Yeah, that's what's up. What's up? What's up?
What
Dude,
up?
What's
I
going on?
love the. I've never heard that beat before, man. That was good. I like
You
that.
like that? You like that?
Underground Tribe, like, yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Got
say
it.
what's
Got it.
up to everybody in the underground tribe. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the love and support. We're going to have some fun with this just like we did on the old joint. We're going to get it in, do everything that we do. But I really, truly appreciate y'all giving me a second chance at the members joint, man. Because I missed y'all. I missed this. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for y'all, I couldn't do this. So thank you so fucking much, man. For
100%.
real.
What? I just want to say something, man, just to start out, just for real, just to show y'all gonna get y'all's money worth. Man, I'm just gonna tell you the first thing I noticed is that beat. I thought that motherfucker was like I thought you bit that shit off a ghetto tribe, but
Here's the
anyway,
thing. Here's the
um,
thing.
and so Hutch,
I make all my own beats, bro.
I understand. I
Make all my
understand.
own
I
beats.
understand. I understand why Hutch is so mad because I figured out, man. He's Bigfoot's little brother, man. Motherfuckers, Lake Fairy is his sister-in-law, man.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Now I get it.
and
Damn,
native,
Hutch is.
Damn.
native. I just want to tell you, I love you, brother.
I appreciate it,
What
pal.
kind of
Appreciate
pandering ass shit is that?
it.
I want to ask the chat. Do y'all mind if we like go fucking bananas tonight and just if we want to cuss
Right?
somebody out, like we just
Right?
cuss the
Do
shit
it.
out of them. We
Do it,
name
guys.
drop.
We
This
got
the
your back.
members. This the
We got your
underground
back.
tribe,
We
baby.
got your
Let's
back.
get it in.
Even us, say native. I think you're a piece of shit. Tell me. Tell me.
No
I'm cool
doubt,
with it,
no
man. I'm
doubt.
cool with it.
Catskill
If you
said that's
really
what
think
we
that about
paid
me,
for.
then that means your opinion don't matter.
Nah, nah.
Hey,
Cats.
what's up, sis? Hey, Tribe, Catskill. Man, I've been watching the back in February when I did the live stream with Devout about Shrimp Zoo.
Uh-huh.
I immediately set it to private, but I went back and watched it. Like it's deleted from YouTube, but it's on StreamYard. And Tribe, I forgot you came up there like at the second hour, and I was watching it, man. I was like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have set this to private because there were so many brothers and sisters in the chat talking shit. Like I was like, fuck yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm thinking
Man,
about
you
doing
said
like a clip just of the chat.
and I don't know if you noticed this back then, but like your members live was the only live that I would chat in the entire time if I wasn't on the panel with you.
I
Like
remember.
that was my safe place to go. And sometimes I felt like I was overextending myself, so I'd be quiet at times.
Yeah,
You know, not
I
to try to.
noticed. We all noticed. We're like, well, how come Tribe don't talk to us in our lives?
What you got? What you got, man? I don't know what you're showing us, Backwoods. Oh,
Look. He tried to text me just now talking about he pimped us.
oh my God.
That bitch.
I wish
really
Ghetto
did.
would be honest. I wish he
Yes.
would just be honest and say, look, man, you're right. Y'all peeped me out. I'm a piece of shit. I'm fake.
victim mentality. Look what I did for you guys, so overlook all my stupid shit. Get the fuck out of here with that weak fucking shit.
I pimp just like I pimp Too Strong. Man, Too Strong fucked you up,
Did he
man.
text y'all that too?
Stop it.
Man, really, for real, man.
You guys in the chat, man, please go watch Too Strong stuff on Ghetto, man. Like,
Oh, man.
it'll
It,
open up.
it is rap music is devil or rap music is devil music or something like that is the name of the title.
Like, I don't even agree with Corey and Marlon on that. And Ghetto didn't, but Ghetto was fucking a dumbass who wasn't prepared. It was in another chat from Friday. He called him out and it's like, all right, man, get your stuff together. He's like, I'll go and I'll get all this information. And then he just went up on the panel with them. And he knew their channel. He knew what they did to people. He knew those brothers were prepared. They were going to fuck you up if you weren't ready.
And he acts like they owed him some loyalty. His fucking go-to every time with every channel is, oh, I've been watching you since such and such. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I owe you something now because I put in all this work to give you content and shit to watch to entertain and enrich your motherfucking life, and I still owe you because you watched it? Get the fuck out of here. That's not a fucking
I mean, man, like, gosh, people
bitch made, man. That's all I can say is bitch made.
I remember when he did that live when Peach was coming against him and his wife, and I watched it. I was playing Xbox and I was listening to it the whole time. I was playing Primal. I don't know why I remember that, dude. It was one of the best Primal games I ever played. But I was listening, you know, and he was calling out Peach and shit and all this stuff, man. And I kind of was like, all right, I was kind of on Ghetto's side. I was all right, this he's doing his thing. But now Ghetto's a total bitch. Like I've never seen anybody who's been so much who punked himself out as much as this motherfucker did. Hey everybody in chat, it's good to see y'all.
I love seeing y'all in the chat. I really do. Terry, what's up? Sophia, Betty, Christopher's in here, Leslie's in here, Scale to D. I mean, Random. Jen, what's up?
That's the fam, man. These are the real motherfuckers in here. Yes, I'm not even kidding.
Yes, indeed.
Look at Leslie. Give me liberty or death. That sister's been with us for 2 years.
Yes.
Like she has changed her name to support us. Like I watched this sister do this because that's how serious she is about what we talk about and the message that we're all trying to bring. Like she's like, you know what? You're right. Liberty or death. I'm all about that. Leslie, when you did that, sis, I took notice immediately, sis, and I've always
Angela
that. And you've never changed your name.
Man, that's what I love. That's what I love about the members too, man, is every member shows up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Almost every time we do a members, all the members come and hang, man. I appreciate y'all. Stuart, what's going on with you, man?
Exactly.
Live chat, y'all.
Candle, salute, sis. Man, I just want to say a big welcome to Jen and Candle because they came a part of, you know, the mod team, man, the tribe family. You know what I'm saying? They in there, man. They in there. I got y'all's back to the very end. Well, I got all y'all's back. I got all y'all's back.
Solid
Catskill, man. Catskill, I hadn't even been when you went on Angries. I hadn't been on Angries in a while just because I was doing so much shit and I was trying to stay off YouTube. And I heard you were going to be on Angry shit, man. And I was there the entire time. I said, I'm going to back my sister on that joint. You can bet that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you gotta do, man. When you got friends, you gotta support them, man.
For a long time, yes. For a long time.
Yes, indeed.
What's up, Jeep?
Jeep! What up?
Jeep!
That's another dude, man. For 2 years, we've been. This brother's had like 4 channels. We know all of them.
Tin Man.
Hell
fucking Tin Man. What's up, Tin Man?
Jeep finally wore off on me because he had Jeep for like a year and I was still calling him Tin Man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shit, he still hits me
I'll be back in a second, y'all.
All right.
Whatever, Hutch.
Dipping out on us.
Hutch always doing shit, man. He's always leaving us alone.
TT1, what up?
What's up, brother? What's up, TT1?
Don't worry, brother. We got you back, man. Don't stress over, man. I know how I would feel if I was TT1. Like I got a feeling like, you know, you're on that you're on like that hill, and you're like, damn, man, do I feel this way or do I feel that way? What the fuck am I?
Double
You know,
down, TT1. Double down, man.
double down, go hard, be you, be real, brother, and have fun with it. Laugh,
Hold the
smile,
herd.
make us
Hold
laugh
the
and smile
fucking
like you
herd.
always do.
Exactly.
That's right.
Told the herd. It's YouTube, man. If people don't support you, then they don't need to be on your channel. It's YouTube. It's not,
Exactly.
you know, God, man. It ain't like we're fucking breaking bread with each other every day and looking each other in the eyes. It's YouTube, man. Like we
And we
define
gonna-
people who gel with us and are pushing the message we want to push on YouTube.
No doubt.
Catskill.
And we're gonna be there for you live, brother.
enjoyed
Sorry,
it.
backwards. We're gonna be there, TT1.
I'll be there. Talking
Be all
shit.
up in the chat.
I'm about to troll the shit out of TT1 in that
Do it
chat.
backwards.
I am gonna troll his
Backhoods.
fucking ass. Like I love that brother, man. I promise, I love him, man. But I'm about to troll the shit out of him. I'm gonna make him step up to the game, bro. Just saying.
No doubt. No doubt.
You good, Leslie? Appreciate you, sis.
Yeah,
I just want to
absolutely.
throw y'all up there. You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw y'all up. I know you're right, Catskill. TT1 has been the biggest supporter of so many channels.
Yes,
Right.
You
he
know
has.
what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, I wanna put something out there. This might just be me, but there's people in this chat who I know who are also associated with this channel who I follow religiously. I just got an email from Survival Living that my membership to him has been revoked. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Did he just like cancel? Because I canceled my membership. I'm sure y'all got that shit a few months ago.
Yeah.
That's one dude I've always supported because I like what he does. He goes out in the fucking wild for a week and lives. And
When did he do that?
Just now, like right during your live. I got a
After
message.
so he was watching the live and fucking.
Well, I don't know. Can you do that? Can you
Yeah.
turn one person? Can you block
Let me-
them from not?
Let me ask Nisi real quick. Hey, Nisi.
That's why I don't think he would do that. I don't think CFP would do that. But I know that him and Ghetto are tight because Ghetto's a mod on his channel.
Nisi said you can't do it. Nisi said you can't do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I think like because I got that shit when Angry canceled his membership.
But I don't know. You might not have just found it yet. It's kind of funny. He did it right in the middle of the live, and he is like buddy with fucking Ghetto.
Yeah.
I like him too, man. I watch all his videos. Like I hope he's not going that
if
route.
If he picks Ghetto over me, fuck him. But I don't think he would do that.
Nah.
Because me and him
You
were
just
tight,
never
man.
know.
I've been tight with CFP like when he had 5,000 subscribers. That's what I'm saying. Like it was just weird that when I was fucking Ghetto up for his bullshit, I don't CFP would do that. That's why I was asking if anyone else in the chat, because I know TT1 is also one of his mods. That's why I was saying that. I'm just curious. I also just recently changed my updated my debit card, so that might be the thing. Or he might have canceled his shit.
I watch all his shit too. I mean, I've been on the panel with him a bunch of times actually. He's cool as shit, man. I mean,
I like him because he built his shit without sucking the other channel's dicks.
Nisi said that she don't see a join button on his page, and that's from her shit. So
thank God, man, because I was about
somebody
to
else
on that motherfucker.
I don't think he would fall for the bullshit.
It didn't seem like Survival Living, man. He's always built his shit on his own.
I will tell you this.
The only fault I have
he had Marfugal. He had Marfugal now.
And I like Marfugal. The only thing
me too.
is his loyalty to Alaska Prepper. Fuck that dude.
I told
who? What dude?
Alaska Prepper.
Damn, Native, you ain't playing tonight, brother.
You talking about Rudy?
And like that dude has put out a lot of false information that's going to hurt people.
Man, fuck him, man.
It's because you're big don't mean you're right. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Just because
you got
you're
a
big
right to your opinion. Right. Shit, you got a right to your opinion. I just don't watch him. After he was on Ghost shit, I seen that he answered a question.
Yes.
And he even said
that's what I'm saying, brother. Like you only if you can in the wrong way, you can kill people. And Ghost called that shit out. and I'm glad he did because I started paying attention and like Nisi found like didn't Nisi find stuff that he was promoting on his channel that was false?
No, it was he was on Ghost Channel, and somebody asked a question out of the chat, and he said, "Well, I don't really know the answer to that, but I hate to leave a question unanswered." And he went on for like 15 minutes answering the question, and like none of it was factual. All of it was just shit that he was just talking, and I was like, "Dude, that's why he talks so." And I ain't trying to shit on him, man, but when you talk that much, when somebody just blah 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 blah,
Yes.
you can't know all that shit, so you
Exactly.
automatically start questioning, and then boom.
And that was my point, right? Like just because you have 100,000 subscribers, I mean you're always right. And sometimes there are
Egos,
real
man.
people in our chats who are living this shit, and they're hearing someone who has 100,000 subscribers like that's not right. Don't be afraid to call a motherfucker out just because he has 100,000 subscribers and say that's not right.
Native, straight up, bro. Straight up, bro. I called him out on Angry Prepper's live stream. I was on Angry Prepper's live stream with Alaskan Prepper, and that motherfucker started talking some bullshit. And I was like, man, that shit don't even, man, I called his ass out right on there, man. We got into it and shit on Angry Prepper's live stream, man.
Right.
It's like,
Fuck
him, man.
Like, can I ask y'all, man? You and Tribe and Hutch when he gets back. Haven't you come to the point as a prepper to where you're like, we're beyond just prepping stuff, man. Like our fucking country is failing.
I tell you what I noticed, Native. Honestly, after being on here, you know, when I first got on YouTube, I questioned myself, like, damn, am I prepper enough to make a prepper channel? And you look at these big channels and you just automatically think that they're like the biggest preppers in the world.
Right.
But after 2 years, you know, I've been a prepper, honestly, for over 20 years. And I'm not the same type of prepper. Like I don't have a farm and shit like that, but I've been prepping and I've been teaching my kids to prep, and I've turned Nisi into a prepper. And after being on here for 2 years, I started realizing that most of these big channels are completely fucking full of shit. They ain't half the prepper I am, and I'm not even a fucking big time prep. You know, I'm not the dude who has the fucking Humvee with fucking guns sitting out the top of it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe it, man. And I really started seeing people for what they were. And there's a lot of channels that's just trying to sell shit. They're just trying to push a store. Like, and hey, you know, it is what it is. You've been on here for 10 years. You do what you do. That's cool. But they want to make it impossible for anybody else to make a come up, because then that takes away from them. And they're definitely scared of us. I don't care what nobody says. Big channels.
You know why? Because we're asking fucking questions. Because we're saying that don't make sense based on what I've been doing.
Well, also is this. I got to give them this. I think they're scared of us because they know we didn't know the game right off the bat. We were making a lot of noise, and they're like, man, they've been in it for 10 years. So they knew that we, like you were saying earlier, you got to be in it for a while to really learn the YouTube game.
Yeah, man.
So they knew that we would probably fuck up in time. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that. But at the same time, they know how wide open and real we are. And we don't play that fucking, you know, talk shit just because the crowd wants to hear it. And then we sell them a fucking, you know, tent that costs $1,000. Like, we don't play that shit, man. We do some real shit over here, and we coming. They nervous, man. It was like when 50 Cent came out and Jay-Z was warning all his rappers, like, man, they coming. They coming.
50 Cent been shot 9 times, man. Y'all better watch out.
Yeah, but you know what I feel? It's the chat. It's everybody in this motherfucker right now, and some that haven't been members. You know, they don't do that shit, and I respect them for it. You know, if they don't want to do it, hey, I respect your decision. But y'all been with us. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't fucking made it. Every single body in here that's been watching us, commenting on our videos, being in our live streams, no matter what fucked up shit we said or how fucking raw we came. Y'all brought it. Y'all brought it just as much as we did. And I fucking love y'all for that shit. I do, man.
Like Ghost, man. I'll be honest. Ghost was hard on this shit too. Like Ghost is doing his thing. He's living his life. Like, he's like, man, fuck you two. I'm busy. But if you go back, like Ghost was calling these same people out too. Ghost knew it. Ghost is one of those motherfuckers. He's just real. He's just living his fucking life. He's just a prepper.
Ghost had my back no matter what. And even when Ghost left, even when he walked away from making videos and shit, man, he still showed up in my chats. He still texts me on my phone to this day just to say what's up. And I do the same. Ghost is one of the realest motherfuckers you ever meet in your life. But he's smart as fuck, and you got to watch your back because he will talk around your ass in a heartbeat, boy.
Yeah, it will. Hey, you know what, man? Like, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like the Canon streams and stuff, you know, and Ghost creating the Canimals and doing his thing for a long time.
He changed the game. He changed
He really
the game.
did. Like, he showed people what you can do. Like not beyond just having a live panel where people are just talking. Like, you can and teach people stuff and still do all the talking and stuff. Like he showed that, and then you get people like Sophia, you know, who's continuing that. Virginia Roots, you know.
How many of us learned how to can
JR? Like, exactly, I did.
I did.
Yeah.
I gotta give Ghost all the credit. If it wasn't for Ghost, I still would. I had a canner for 13 years and never used it, and because of Ghost, now I can can anything.
Yep.
No doubt. No doubt.
Hey,
salute.
I want to give a shout out real quick to my whiskey sister, Miss Prep and Plumber, and
yes,
may God bless the birth that's coming. I seen we're dilated to 6. Hell yeah.
That's what's up, y'all. I hope your niece is doing good, guys, man, and I hope they give birth to a tiny little prepper, man.
Absolutely, man.
When I was going through my roughest time with live streams, I think it was some of the roughest times. Like, it's been rough since then, but some of the roughest times. That's when Mrs. Plummer jumped in and said, "I'll fucking mod. I ain't scared of nobody. I don't give a fuck. I got your back."
Ain't either, man.
She's been with me so long, man, and always had my back. Fuck yeah, man.
I will never fuck with that lady.
Man, I tell you, if it comes down to shit hit the fan, I want Mr. and Mrs. Plummer with me in the mag, or I'm with them. They are some hardcore, straight up people. Absolutely. Real people. No doubt.
Dude. Absolutely. Man, I know people can't see the chat and the clips you made, but Miss Plummer was in there fucking people up. Like,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She was joking on everybody. She was like checking people. Like, she was checking Ghetto with his bullshit, talking about suicide and shit. I let Miss Plummer don't play, man. Like, she's a real lady. She's been watching us from the beginning, and she's been coming against all these false people from the beginning, and Mr. Plummer and other people too, not just her. Like Sophia, Monique, and Catskill, Miss Sharon, you know, like all you folks, man. Y'all been coming against this shit from the beginning, and the whole thing about these brothers being like, oh, they're attacking a woman. Y'all were there. You know what I mean? Like y'all would not let these brothers do that shit, and they would respect whatever you said to them.
Yeah.
You were there with them. That's what pissed me off about Ghetto's bullshit. The way he lied on these brothers. Like we weren't there in the chat watching everything. Fuck him. Fuck that cocksucker, man. He's a piece of shit. He's a clout chasing piece of shit.
And real quick, look at Jen and Candle. When the shit gets rough, who's gonna have your back? Jen and Candle said, "Fuck it all, no matter what the fuck's going on. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you with your lives."
Exactly.
These you know what I'm saying?
Call us on this shit, and we would listen to them. We really would. You know, you think Nisi would let Tribe and all of us get out of line? At least he would fuck us up.
Hell no, man. You know how much shit I would have to
these fucking posts on Tribe's community post. Man, y'all need to go and read that shit.
She's smart, man.
She's I saw that earlier. I was like, oh shit, Nisi.
I heard her voice. I was like, damn.
Yep. See, y'all don't realize, like, I'm hyper and shit like that, but let Nisi get mad one time. Let Nisi get upset with me. You will see a puppy dog kissing ass like you never seen in your life, and I ain't ashamed to say it. Babe, you need something to drink? She won't even look at me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I got you. What you want some ice in there? How many cubes you want, babe? You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? Since you're saying this about Nisi, I want to clean real quick with the community. Me and Lady Rowan been going through some stuff lately. A lot of shit, man. A lot of stuff's been coming at us at once. Totally apart from YouTube. Our house, there's a lot of repairs that have come up all at once. our air conditioner unit started leaking water into our vents. We didn't know it. There's like 3 parts in our house that the floor is rotting because of that. We're trying to deal with it. One of the rooms is it's not even getting air. Is our a 3-year-old. It's like 90 degrees in her room every night. It's just she's having night terrors because of it. It's fucked up, man. While all this was going on, you know, I'm trying to do shit on YouTube and build something on YouTube, and it's my fault that I wasn't paying attention to stuff that I should have, and I wasn't there for Lady Rowan like in the way a husband should be. You know what I'm saying? And she called me on that shit lately, and she was like, whenever I need you, you're on YouTube, you're doing YouTube stuff. She's like, I've unfollowed everybody on YouTube because it's not good for our family. And it made me step back and say, you know, nothing is worth, you know, a negatively affecting my family. And the reason I'm bringing this up because I know you brothers have been through this stuff. You can't have gone through the battles you've had without your wives and your significant others coming to you and saying, "Are you on YouTube too much?" But I mean, and with me, and this is just me personally, and I know you brothers believe differently than I do, and you brothers and sisters in chat believe differently than I do. I'm a man of faith. I believe in God. I believe in the scriptures. I believe in it differently than the fake charlatans and shit. But I just believe that we're headed towards something. That, like what we're doing is righteous. And I believe that what we're doing is important. And I enjoy what we do. And I think we're good at it. And I think we're good at it because this is what we're meant to do. I think God is calling people. That's my belief, whether you believe it or not. I think God is calling people to this shit, man, because the world's in a pickle. It really is. And it needs people like us. It really does. And what we're going through together and sticking together, man, this is the shit of legendary stories. The way we're all coming together, it really is, man. I don't care what anybody says. I'll fight any of these fake motherfuckers to stand with y'all brothers and sisters, man. Like this is real.
I'm right there with you, man.
And if the things that are negatively affecting and impacting my family, like I'm not gonna let YouTube or anything affect my family. Like I'll delete my channel tomorrow. The things that are negatively affecting my family because of me personally. Like we don't know. That's why in the previous live I kept saying, this is YouTube, this ain't real life. Because we don't know exactly what's going on in each other's personal lives when we're off of YouTube unless we tell each other. Some of y'all brothers know because we talk to each other.
Right.
But my point was saying all this shit, man, is that I think what we're trying to do here on YouTube is important. I think it's in my personal belief, I think we're doing a righteous thing. And so I want to explain that to Lady Rowan. I want her to know like what I'm doing, I'm good at it. God has called me to do this. It's a righteous thing. The faults of it are my fault because I'm not doing something as husband and father that I should be doing. But please don't give up on what we're doing here on YouTube because this is important and whatever I can do. So I say that to say this to all you. You guys know Lady Roy. She's going through some stuff right now. Her medicine that she was on, she got a new job that's closer to home. So our gas bills, our monthly gas bills, not so much. But since she changed jobs, her insurance changed. And now that her insurance changed, she has to get a new doctor to get a new prescription for her medicine. Like me and Hutch will tell you, your tribe will tell you, the Pop B, Backwoods will tell you, I medicate myself with a natural herb. I really do. And Leroy doesn't. She gets a prescription for what she needs to be level. And because of that, you know, she's been off of her medication for a while. You know, it's fucking her up, man. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but shit's fucking happening. And I just want to put this out there. You guys who pray, you guys who believe in certain things, and I don't know, man. Like I told you guys, I was going to share stuff with y'all, but real life happens to us, man. Like I kept saying it last live. YouTube's not real life. You don't know what fuck's going on in our real lives. These brothers know, and we know we keep in touch with each other, but there's stuff we all face real stuff in real life. Don't get caught up in the YouTube shit. Really don't, because it doesn't matter. Like grow up. But anyway, I'll shut up.
Nah, it's all right, brother. It's all right, man. I appreciate you sharing it, man. I appreciate you sharing it, man. And you hit me up if you need something, man. Hit me up. Don't ever think because maybe we don't talk about personal shit all the time. You know, we men, man. Sometimes it's hard to talk about that shit. But brother, it's me, man. You hit me. You know damn well you told me a lot of things about you and shit in your, and I don't tell no fucking body nothing. You need an ear. I'm fucking here. You need a fucking hand. You get somebody to come to your house and you need backup. I'll drive down that motherfucker.
I believe it, man. I believe it. And you know, and that's what, isn't that what we're looking for? Real, like, friends who are like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Like I really believe that, Tribe. I believe Hutch would come.
I hope you do.
That would come. I really do, man. I believe there's people who I believe if I really was in that dire need. You know, like Ghost. Like I said, I mention this about Ghost all the time. We're 10 minutes from each other. Ghost doesn't know. Like he could message me on any platform and say, Native, I need you, man. I would be there. I'd help him bury bodies. Like, there's just certain people, like, they're real from the beginning, and there's no guile in Ghost. Ghost ain't. I've been to Ghost house. He's introduced me to his mom, dude. Ghost is a real dude who's taking care of his parents. You know, there's so many motherfuckers who aren't taking care of their parents nowadays. You know how real that shit was to me? Ghost has no idea the impact he's had on my life. Right. He could call me right now and say, hey, Native, I killed these two fucking retards. You come help me bear? Yeah, man. I'm on my way. Like, I really would, because I don't, there's no guile in Ghost. Like, he's not trying to, you know, he's not clout chasing like Ghetto. You know, he's not chasing drama to feel important like Lake Fairy, you know, the people. Ghost is just Ghost. What you see is what you get. There's no guile in that dude, man. He's just a real motherfucker. You know, and you guys are like that with me. If I felt falseness in y'all, I wouldn't fuck with y'all the way I do.
Right.
I really wouldn't. It was like, man, that's dangerous. You don't fuck with people who you sense there's guile in.
And it's really hard on YouTube if you think about it, because you almost can't be completely yourself with YouTube. You know, you got to hold back some things. You can't tell, you know, you got to watch your ass. You got kids to protect. You got a wife to protect. You got family to protect. You got to be careful. Sometimes you got to hold back. And I'm the type of person, when somebody holds back, I sense that and I automatic, you know me, man, I'm constantly watching motherfuckers. But I started to learn through YouTube that, hey, man, you know, lighten up a little bit. You know what I mean? You don't know what that motherfucker going through, man. You can't just instantly fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So I understand, man. I'm with you, brother.
I mean, life happens to us while we're prepping. Like, you know, like it like making a marriage works. It's hard. It's work. You just happen. Like, we love each other, but I don't mean like our marriage is gonna be perfect. Like, you have to work on stuff, you know. And you brothers know that y'all married. Like, I don't need. I'm not telling y'all anything, dude.
Right.
You know? Like, we see bits and parts of each other's relationships and marriages and stuff, you know. And if you guys would, man, like, if you see Lady Rowan anywhere, tell her you love her, man. Like she's going through some stuff. Like, I can't imagine, like, if I couldn't get my medicine the way she can.
Oh, man.
Like, it's bullshit, man. Like if we wanted to get her medicine earlier, it was going to cost hundreds of dollars. That's bullshit, man. Like, Hutch, I don't know if you remember this. When we were first starting YouTube, dude, I had like 500 subscribers. We had a conversation, like TT1 was in there. There was a bunch of people in there. And we were talking about marijuana and alcohol and people taking
mushrooms. Yeah.
And me and you were on like later on got mad with me. She had red hair back then. And me and you were talking about how marijuana like helps us, and like how when the shift happens, you're not gonna be able to go to the drugstore and get prescriptions. And she was on a prescription for something, and she got offended because she didn't understand like what we were saying. Now she does. Now she understands like what happens when you can't get your prescription jug and you need to mitigate. Sometimes we need stuff, man. Sometimes we go through shit as human beings and we medicate ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I hate people act like, oh, I'm totally in physical condition and mental, and like, man, fuck you, man. You're a human being. If you ain't going through shit, you ain't going through shit. And so when your shit happens to you, you're not ready. The human condition will lead you into some type of post-traumatic syndrome, because it's a traumatic experience to be a fucking human being. It really is.
It is.
It really is, man. And you have to learn to deal with that. And then you turn the shift on top of that shit, like, so I don't know. She's my wife, man. I love her and I want her to be okay. And I understand like there's, man, I wish I could really explain to y'all what the fuck is going on with our fucking home right now. It's like everything broke at once. Like our home is 15 years old and it's like everything's breaking at once. That's just because your home is just growing and aging and shit breaks.
Well, it's settling.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like shit breaks.
Yep.
That's part of shift. It really is. How do you fix that shit, man?
But
that's like a lot of you brothers, man. All three of y'all send me videos and links to shit. Me and Hutch, we share shit all the time. Like self-sufficient, like if shit breaks down and how to make your own energy and shit. It's really fun, man. Because it's like outsourcing. It's like in the shift, like when shit happens and you can't produce your own energy or your own food, like what do you do? But anyway, man, I'm sorry, man. I've been talking so much tonight. I don't want to monopolize everything.
Sorry,
you're killing it, man. You've been fucking killing it.
But I do want to say one thing. You just said, and this is what popped in my mind. You said, I hope Lady Rowan's gonna be all right. And the first thing that popped in my mind is, man, she's gonna be fine. She's got you. I swear that just popped right. So, man, she is gonna be okay. Just stick by her side, man, and do what you do.
I am, man. I appreciate it.
I wanted to. I did want to say something, man. One thing that if I could ever give any piece of advice to anybody, like anybody, don't ever stop dating. Never stop dating your wife, man. Never. Remember how you were when y'all were dating. You know what I'm saying? Treat her exactly the same way 20 years later. She treat you the same way 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
You got to, I mean, just like this afternoon, I'm going to just tell you, man, because I've been on the YouTube a lot too, man. We all know what we're doing. I felt it in my heart, man. I like straight up, my wife was like, well, I got to run and pay the bills. And I was like, well, you know what? I got some running to do too. I said, why don't we just go together, and we'll get some stuff done. And she's like, hell yeah. That's awesome. So we, like straight up, man, we went out there, we went to a couple of stores and held hands, and you know what I'm saying, and just like we were dating and stuff, man, and never stop dating. If I can give you one piece of advice for anybody else, never stop dating. Remember what you thought of your wife when you were trying to get married to her and you was trying to hook up.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Ghost, what's up, man?
What's up, Ghost?
What's up, my brothers?
What's going on, man?
Man, just dealing with this.
So good to see you. So good to see you, man.
Yeah, I was trying not to come up, but I had to. If y'all can't tell by the way I'm talking, I'm still dealing with this corona.
Oh
shit.
Damn it, Ghost.
Man, 2 weeks. But here's the messed up part, man. I got sick, like the flu. I tested myself 2 or 3 times for a week, and it was negative. I'm like, cool, it's just a normal flu. Then I had a good day and I got kicked in the balls. I'm like, holy shit. I woke up one morning and I just had this bad feeling. I took the test. It was positive. So I had 2 weeks of the corona. Then I started feeling better. Tested myself. I was negative. Then I got sick again. I literally had the flu, then got corona, then got cold.
Gee.
Come on, man. Wear your mask, man. What are you doing?
I know, man. You coming up here
Just
bringing
'cause
that
you
shit
hanging
there.
around all them damn germ donkeys all day long now.
Here's the thing. I'm putting this.
Damn
I'm putting
rabbits.
this.
Right?
I'm putting this. What I'm doing. So here's my philosophy. All right, my philosophy on all this thing. The more people that get infected, you're getting all these new germs and all these new genes involved. So what I'm doing right now is I'm mutating this virus. I'm mutating the fuck out of it. I'm turning it into a pussy so that everybody else that gets it will be fine.
Right.
I'm taking one for the team.
I don't know why I believe that. Like I really believe he's doing it right now in his body. Happening.
Fucking with it hard. Fucking with it hard. I tell you what did work real good though is and I did it on my, I think that last cannon stream I did where I made that the homemade hydroxychloroquine.
Ah man, come on, Ghost. You're gonna kill it. You're gonna shut me down, brother. You're gonna shut me down. We're still on YouTube. We're still on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but they're uploading these videos on YouTube every day about the hydroxychloroquine. They dropped all that. It's all over YouTube now.
I know, but you're about to say how to make it and shit.
No, I'm not.
All right.
But even though the videos on YouTube show you how to make it, you can Google it. You can put it on YouTube right now. It'll pop up 10 different videos.
I'm still paranoid, man. I'm still paranoid.
He really
ain't this private? Ain't this is like members only, right?
Yeah, but it's still law dogs on us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, brother,
we're still on YouTube. I will say he really made it on the Cannon stream, and it's still there.
Live stream on the stream, and it's still up.
It's still there. He made it like 6 months ago.
Yeah. All it is quinine. It's a malaria medication's all it is.
Yeah,
it's
just don't say it's better than anything, and don't say it's going to cure everything. Just don't say that.
No, it don't cure nothing.
It don't cure. On the Cannon stream,
it just makes you feel better. It just makes you feel better. So it's just antiviral, but it's all over YouTube. I mean,
that was like the first word that ever got fucking like attacked on YouTube.
Right, man. It was like
they got in trouble for it. They killed all those videos, but now they're all back up since that guy that Dr. Fauci, since he backtracked all that other stuff that they were shutting down, they put them all back up.
He's dead.
They ain't killing him anymore. You can talk about it now. They're even talking about masks and all that other crazy stuff on YouTube, just regular channels. So right. I mean, I don't know how
I know it's a sore subject on YouTube, but go watch Ghost. He made it. He really made it, and it's still on. It's still up. It's really still up on YouTube.
It's an antiviral. It's been around for hundreds of years.
It would suck. It would just suck if I got a strike on my first week of having members and wouldn't be able to post nothing for a fucking week.
It would suck, man.
Well, that would suck because all the times I've talked about that stuff and I've never got a strike yet, knock on wood. But yeah, it's on a live stream. It's wide open. I mean, I literally watched 3 videos today of how to make it, and these videos were giving dosages.
Wow.
And they had like 98,000 views, 125,000 views, bigger channels. So, yeah.
It took me just saying, just real quick. I understand that they're doing it and stuff, but please understand that it took me 3 months just to get past this 3 numbers. They had me locked in at these subs for 3 months. It would go up 2, come back, go down 2, come back. I could not break free, and I just broke free. Now, I'm not trying to shut you up, man. I'm not trying to censor. You know I ain't about that shit. But
I won't say anything else about it. Ain't a big deal. Ain't a big deal. I won't say anything else about it.
But I hope you're okay. You know what I'm saying?
Ghost, can I ask you about the rabbits, man? I ain't talked to you in a minute, man.
What do you want to know, brother?
How they doing, man? Like I know, like they passed that law in Richmond County about what did you wind up doing? Like
when the cop showed up and knocked on the door, asked him if he had a warrant. He said no, and I said, "Have a nice day."
That's the last I saw him. Roll up on you?
Yeah.
For rabbits?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. They changed the ordinance, and his neighbor fucking narked him out.
Neighbor ratted me out because of the rabbits and because of my truck.
What the fuck?
Ain't
Yeah.
that some bullshit? Ain't that
Because
some
my
bullshit?
truck, I got a big ugly 4-wheel drive in the front yard with no doors on it. I got metal doors. It's off road. It's a shift vehicle from hell, and he's
But it's
just
South Carolina. It's South Carolina, man.
I've been to Ghost House. If you don't go in his backyard, you don't know what
Yeah.
in the hell is back there. Like
You can't see what's back.
Fucking rat snitch motherfuckers.
Yes,
But
Ghost
they
is gonna
passed
fuck
the
that dude up
ordinance.
in the shift, and I'm gonna help him. Like that was fucked up. Like he fucked up.
They passed the ordinance like 3 months after I bought my rabbits, and it was like it's a bullshit ordinance about livestock animals. And the way they wrote the ordinance, it pretty much it says any animal they deem as a livestock animal can be illegal. But rabbits are classified as pets. They're the number 3 most popular pet on the planet in the United States. And up until a couple of years ago, a lot of people don't know this. Up until just a few years ago, and I think it was President Trump that changed the law. You could legally raise dogs and cats and slaughter them for food
Really?
in the United States. Yes.
Damn.
Up until just a few years ago, you
I
could
remember,
legally.
remember Trump
still
did
have the
something
mount.
with.
You still have the mount that you had. You still have the
Yeah.
mount you had.
Yeah.
That's what's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
brother.
I got
What about your neighbor?
well-
Your neighbor had a bunch of chickens. Are they still good? They still
Oh yeah,
fucking
chickens are good. Everything's good. I go outside and I crank up that big 354 bolt main and I let it rip through them headers every Sunday morning just to wake his ass up.
Dude,
I barely
hell
let him
yeah.
school
this
yet.
shift happens
Hell
as soon as I
yeah.
can, as soon as my family's okay, I'm coming to your house. I'm like, hey man, you want to fuck your neighbor up and take his camper and shit?
Oh, that's a nice camper, ain't it? Right? I've already
Nice.
scoped this shit out.
Oh
you know what I
man,
mean?
Deep Out would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice fifth wheel. That's a very nice camper. But yeah, no, I hadn't heard anything from him since. The rabbits are doing good. I did start a new rabbitry with one of the girls at my school. Her parents have a homestead about 3 miles from here,
That's
and I
what's up.
took them. I want to say 10 or 12 rabbits a few months ago and got them started. So
See, that's
I
what's
got-
up, man.
I got some friends that's always looking for work, Ghost. If you hit me up in a text, man, we can talk more about it, like for real.
all right.
For real, man. Like that's fucked up. Just because Richmond County decided that that's illegal, that's fucked up. Like you don't.
Yeah,
Like,
but here's the thing. Since I told the animal guy to piss off, when he left, he said, "Well, just make sure your pet rabbits are taken care of." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. They are." You don't know how many I
Dude,
have.
Ghost Rabbit
Can you
setup was like amazing, dude. I'm just being honest. I saw it face to face. He was taking care of his animals, and he had shit set up to triple what he was doing. He really
yeah.
was. He really was, man. It was fucked up.
I was
man.
gonna go. I was gonna go huge with it.
Human beings that you can't do this because we just say you can't. Fuck you, man. Like
Wouldn't you be
like,
grandfathered in though? Like technically, you could
Yeah,
prove that you.
I
had
was.
them
That's-
the ordinance
that's
kicked
what-
in.
Yeah, that's what shut them down is because I bought them 3 months before they passed the ordinance. But in the ordinance, it said that anybody that was grandfathered in could not increase the size of their herd,
Hmm.
which means that, couldn't breed them. But a rabbit technically is not a livestock animal, so I pretty much just called the cops bluff. I'm like, dude, piss off, man.
Is that just South Carolina or all the United States?
that's North Carolina.
I'm across the border. I'm in North Carolina.
Oh
native
yeah,
to
that's
South
right.
Carolina.
Okay.
Do
But
do
it's
people not?
a county. It's a city and a county thing. See, I live
Oh,
like literally, like natives see my backyard, like from the back of where my rabbit cages are to the end of my property line through the woods is about maybe 40 yards. And where my property line stops, that's where the city limit stops. So it's county right behind me. So in all
I
effect, what
tried
I
to
planned on
really
doing was
follow
picking
that.
up my cages. I was just gonna put my cages on the county property and not worry about it.
right.
I told Ghost, I was like, release everything and let your rabbits be in the neighborhood because they can't stop.
That's what I thought about. I thought about just fencing in my yard and just making a rabbit preserve and just turn them loose and let them just breed free.
What they going to do?
Yeah.
They're not going to
Nothing.
spend money to stop that, dude. There's
not
another
gonna-
district in Rockingham, Ghost, like I deliver propane to, and there's a motherfucker in this suburb. He was raising rabbits, and the same shit that happened to you. They changed the ordinance, so he released all his rabbits into the neighborhood. every time I go in that fucking neighborhood, there are hundreds of brown and black and white pet rabbits. Just
Yeah.
they can't stop it. There's nothing you can do unless you're going to spend more money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like all this shit is bullshit, man. This
It's
is all
just
socialist bullshit.
it's just a way to, here's the thing, and Native hit the nail on the head. If it wasn't for the fact that I got a piece of shit pussy neighbor, nobody, you know what I'm saying? You can't see them. You can't hear them because they don't make any noise. You can't see them. You can't smell them. You can't hear them. And I'll tell you and everybody else in here, my main priority for the rabbits, the main reason I got the rabbits, well, number one was meat, obviously, but that's secondary because I have enough meat put up that I don't need to slaughter any rabbits for probably 2 years. All right. As long as I got a male and a female, I'm good. My main priority for the rabbits was the manure for the garden. That's like number one is
gold.
Garden. That's gold,
Yeah.
But
It's like
yeah,
it's like Hutch. Missouri passed a law and said you couldn't have more than like 2 rabbits in your hutches. You'd be like, "Fuck you! How do you know?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like that. That's what's going on. Like in Hutchins County, it's like I mean in Ghost County, it's weird. It's a weird law, and it's like it has nothing to do with anything other than like politics and trying to.
it's just control. People want control of everything. Here's the control you can have over my life. Stay the fuck out of my yard. That's all the control you get. You can control whether you get the shit slapped out of you or you live a happy life today. That's what you can control. The choices you make. You don't get to control mine.
You figure choices like that though, that's got to be one of those like earmark kind of deals that they're just some random ass Karen friend of theirs was like, hey, I don't like this, so they just threw it in because like it makes no sense. You can have chickens which stink. They're extremely loud.
It was a guy on the county commission, and he's one of these. I don't even know how you classify him, but he's a Karen. He's a Karen with a very small penis and no nuts, and like he literally put a bill up, and it's actually in the ordinances for the city about dogs barking. If I can't remember how many times it is in a 15-minute period your dog barks, like you can get a ticket. Like that's what dogs do. Dogs bark. But like literally there's an ordinance in there about dogs barking and it, going, I'm like, well, I read it and I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Really? I went to the police station with this stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't say horses, cows, sheep, goats, and any other animal you deem as being livestock is livestock. So what you're saying is I can't have an alligator farm. I can't raise unicorns or breed dragons. That's what you're saying, right? And the cop just laughed. I'm like, that's what I thought. I said, you can take this ordinance, hold it up, put it back in your pocket, have a nice day. All right, because I will go to court with this tomorrow and I'll smash you. It's rabbits. They make absolutely no noise. There's a zero negative impact on the environment. And they have a 0 carbon footprint. You can literally raise rabbits for free if you can grow grass.
That's what like when you told me about the new ordinance, I was like, what? I was like, how do they even know rabbits exist? Like it was weird, and
but it didn't say rabbits in the ordinance. It said any other animal they deem as a livestock animal. So they gave the power over to the dog catcher.
Dude, Ghost, the way you set up your rabbit, your setup with the way you watered them, the way you fed them, it was so self-contained and small. Like I was like, this needs to be like all people who think themselves preppers should be doing this, because it was such a small and low impact thing to manage, and not only to take care of the rabbits, but the manure that you were getting from them to do your other growth experiments.
Yeah.
Like like when I saw your setup and like how you lived and like in the suburban area, I was like, holy shit, like you can do so much here. Like Ghost whole setup, man.
It's like condos. Like how could they complain about that? They live in condos.
Like there was no reason for Ghost neighbor to even be a bitch.
No.
And
I mean, I purposely put them in the woods behind my house, away from
it
this
was
house.
so low impact. It was so, there was no smell, there was no nothing, there was no livestock smell. Like, it was just a regular, like, if you look at Ghost House from the front, it was just a regular, you know, area. It was just a regular house. But when you go in his backyard, it's like, oh shit, this dude's doing stuff. You know, he had an underground propane tank, he had gardens going, he had his whole rabbit set up, he had an area he could fence in to expand his rabbit setup, totally separate from anything anyone would ever see. His neighbors had like chicken coops, and they were doing their things with their chickens. It was totally separate. That's what I mean. Like I've always known there was a way for people to live and survive and have their own food production area in a place that's below, that's less than 1 acre, and you can totally, you know, Ghost proved that to me. Like when I saw Ghost set up, like he took me in his basement, and I'm not going to reveal everything Ghost showed me. Ghost is ready. Like whatever happens, Ghost is gonna fuck y'all up. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I ain't gonna start.
Yeah, like me and Ghost, like I'm hooking up with that dude as soon as shit hits the fan. I was like, dude, let's do this. Like, you got your setup, I got mine. Let's hook up with our brothers and sisters in different parts of the world. We got this. It just showed me you can be a prepper in a suburban area and be totally prepared and not need anyone else, and produce all the food you need for you and people in your family to have. Ghost, dude, your basement area, like your firing positions.
Hey, I knew you like that.
Oh man, dude, you were on it, man. Like your
don't give all his secrets away.
I'm not giving anything away. If anyone shows up in Ghost neighborhood and you're not on legit, you're dead. I'm honest.
But I mean, it's legit. It's the last sign you see before you see my house says dead end.
Ghost is real. Ghost is not a fake prepper. Like, he don't need 100,000 subs. You know, he's ready right now. If the shit hits the fan, Ghost is ready, and he really is. But it showed me. That's why, like one of the things.
He did a video on it. He did a video on his spots in the basement where he.
Oh
he
my
has
god, dude! Ghost would blow people's mind. But there's people who people follow and they think they're just shit because they're doing all his videos. If Ghost could do like 2 or 3 videos to show his setup to blow these motherfuckers away who are like 100,000 subs and tell everybody this is what you need to do as a prepper. Nah, man, you have no fucking clue.
I mean,
you know, if you're in a city as a prepper and you're telling people how to survive, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Because that's not the way. That's not the way most people are going to survive. Most people live in suburbs. They really do. Most Americans live in suburbs.
No doubt.
Yes, man. But I never realized there's a way you can set yourself up not only to survive in a suburb, but to control it. But to control, you know, and Ghost is already set up to do that. Whether he did that on purpose or not, I think he did because he's fucking Ghost prepper.
Right. Honest to God's truth, I was looking at a property in Asheboro. It was 5 acres, 2 wells. It was a nice property, but it was misrepresented online, and I bought the thing online. And when I got there, I told them to shove it up their ass because it was complete and utter horseshit. The house was garbage, and I literally drove the U-Haul full of my shit to my sister's house in Greensboro, got a climate controlled storage unit, unloaded the largest U-Haul you can get by myself with all my food and everything into climate controlled storage, went to her house, got online, started looking, found this place, and fell in love with it. Not in love. I mean, I wish it had a well, but then again, I can always dig one. And I wish it wasn't suburban. I wish it was way urban. But the choices were limited in my price range and time was short. And I'm like, this thing checked off 8 of the squares out of the 10 squares. And I'm like, I can make it work. You know, so, you know, I've reloaded everything, moved here, and I'm like, you know, I'll just, you know, it's suburbia, but Native will tell you there's only one way you can get to my house.
Dude, yes. There's one road that goes there. And once you get there, there's like a lake that's in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I got a massive lake down there.
Like a natural lake. There's like open woodlands behind his suburban area. And also, it's like the person who made his basement was making firing positions. I'm not
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Like the
There's
dude
like
he didn't have to dig anything.
there's six. There's six
Like
fighting positions.
Ghost,
in
man,
that
I've always been thankful that you shared that with me, that you trusted me to show that.
And it was funny. I've said it before, you know, you and I were chatting on YouTube for months, you know, 6-8 months, all of us, and we're chatting and we're talking about the rabbits and linking up this and that and the other. We're back and forth. I'm like, dude, fuck it. Here's my address. Just come to my house.
He did, man.
You're like, okay.
Like, that's a real dude. That's like the shit that Backwoods and Hutch do. Like meeting real people from the internet, you know, like taking a chance.
And it was messed up because like for 6 months, I was lying to you online. You were lying to me online. I'm pretending to live somewhere else. You're pretending to live somewhere else. And we live fucking 10 minutes apart.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying. Like all of us, like you hit me up the other day. We ran into each other at
Tractor Supply.
Yeah, Tractor Supply. And like you're like, dude, we need to do a live like Backwoods and Hutch. And I'm like, you're right, we do. Like with Tribe and Nisi, like we really need to do that because it's important that we do that because we've already reached that point where we trust each other.
Yeah.
There's no way you would have let me and Devout come to your house and meet your mom, and you know, if you didn't trust us.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no way Ghost would let us do that if we were bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like we need to do that. These are the connections we need to make. And stop worrying about all these, you know, these like all these motherfuckers, man, these fake bitches.
Yeah. I mean, it's
these clowns.
Right. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I stepped back from YouTube. And it's what you were saying earlier, Native, you know, with this thing going on with your wife and stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I took a step back, because it's just me. I'm taking care of my parents, you know, starting to work in the school, doing the prepping thing on my own, and doing YouTube. And it's like, out of those 5 things, I can only sacrifice one of them and not hurt the outcome. And the one thing I could sacrifice was my time on YouTube, because me not being on here telling everybody what I'm doing does not stop me from doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
100, brother.
But just because I'm not on YouTube every day doesn't mean I quit prepping. You know what I mean?
100, brother. I understood what you were doing, man. Especially being a former teacher. I was like, damn.
And
it's time for YouTube shit.
That's a very real world stuff. That's a very, 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 very delicate. YouTube and teaching do not go well together. You know what I mean? Luckily for me,
you don't want your middle school students like learning about us just like 100%. Like,
but like the cool part about the school that I work at, there's an American flag in every room. It's the Pledge of Allegiance every morning before school. They're wearing uniforms. There's none of this liberal bullshit. I mean, it's a complete conservative in the middle of the woods. Dude, it's 3 grades and there's only 210 kids in the entire school. It's very, very small. You know, so I know every single kid by name. They know me by name. They know my dog. You know, it's like there's no, you know, I mean, come on, dude. I sold rabbits from my prepping community. I sold rabbits to, you know, one of my students and her parents who were right down the road with chickens, horses, cows, goats, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? So, and, you know, networking. Yeah, man. So it's a good school.
Hey man, like what's going to happen one day when like I get in touch with Ghost after the shift happens, like Ghost, man, like Tribe and Nisi's on the way, you know, freaking Backwoods and Hutch and Pop B, they're coming, man. You ready? We got to go meet them and fuck some shit up so they can get here safely with their people. That's what I'm saying. Like knowing that you have somebody who's so fucking real, like Ghost. Even, you know, like even though me and Ghost are living our lives and taking care of our families the way we need to, we're still like we've connected with each other enough to know that like when the shit hits the fan, I can get up with him and he can get up with me, you know. And there's inroads me and him need to work on. We're so close, man. Like players, Mr. and Mrs., they're solid people.
Yeah,
I really
at all.
Them, you know.
Like Tribe, I gave you my address, didn't I? I know for a fact I sent you my address.
Yeah.
If you Google Earth my house, okay? It's the one house on the entire street that you really can't see because it's covered in trees. That's the one reason why I fell in love with the lot. All they did was clear enough room to build the house. There's trees everywhere.
Nice.
But if you look behind my house, and I don't know why, I'm assuming this is why, they were going to build roads and then something happened and they didn't. But if you look behind my house, you'll see these massive 50-yard wide trails cleared out.
Really?
And they go in all directions where they were going to build roads and didn't. So I literally have a highway behind my house. I can leave my house and I can go to South Carolina and not set foot in the woods. I'm literally on a massive grass pathway that goes in like 8 or 9 different directions. It goes all the way to the airport. I mean, it's if you look at it,
that's fucking badass.
Google it, it's like
he
I'm
really
looking at
does, man. Too like he told me this a long time ago, and I never mentioned this to Ghost, but I checked it. I went and parked my truck and walked these fucking trails he's talking about.
I can go all the way to South Carolina and never touch a tree.
It goes
That's
all the way
awesome,
to the
man.
airport. Like I don't know, his neighborhood is so old. Like it's one of those old suburbs that goes
It was
back
built
to
in the 50s.
And wouldn't nobody else know it? Wouldn't nobody else know it? So if you dipped
no
out-
one else knows this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
They're
I
just
mean,
there's
yeah.
these huge. It's this massive forest, and there's these huge 50-foot wide paths cut straight through it. They're streets, like they're literally streets out in the middle of the woods. I'm like, what in the hell?
right?
I looked at it on Google Earth. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. I can legit walk out my back door, and I can pretty much go anywhere and not be humping through the woods. Like there's like pathways all through the woods. It's crazy. And the only thing I can assume is they were going to build roads, and for some reason they just didn't.
Brother,
How hard?
That's why I've always believed, even though people don't believe the way I believe God brings people together for a reason. I really believe that shit, man. Like he's planning for a people, like for all this shit that we're all see that's going down, and the suffering that's coming. He's putting someone together who's real, who's going to work together no matter what. You know, I really believe that shit. We're all going to come together one day, and we're going to make this shit happen. I really believe that shit, man. Like, there's going to be some real people. The people who are serious, the people who are really planning for this shit and not being bullshitters and clout chasers and shit. People who are here on YouTube to do what we're all doing. Man, when the shit hits the fan, we're all gonna come together and fuck some shit up. I don't doubt that one bit.
No doubt.
Dude,
What do you think, Ghost? What do you think, man? We ain't talked to you in a long time, man. What do you think about the shit that's going on, man? Do you think we're getting closer and closer to shit hit the fan?
Man, I tell you what, and it may sound kind of messed up, and I'm not a doomsdayer kind of guy, but I'm not saying that we're overdue or that we're past due. But what I'm saying is everybody wants to get on YouTube and talk about how do we fix this? How do we fix this problem? We can't fix this, okay? When your fucking legs got gangrene, the only thing you do is cut that motherfucker off if you want to live. This country there is no fixing this. All right. Everybody wants to talk about democracy. Number one is we never were never designed to be and never will be a democracy. We're a republic. Okay.
Right.
We are a republic, but they want to treat it like a democracy, which that in itself is an insurrection because that's not what this nation is. It's a republic, and it's broken. And with all this stuff in the world, and Ukraine and Russia and North Korea and China, who knows who's telling the truth, who ain't. Bottom line is, man, with the way, here's the thing: this winter is gonna. We're coming up on what us science teachers, Native, would call a bottleneck.
Oh my God! Hey,
man.
run the chat.
Ghost,
man.
Ghost.
You run the chat.
What's up,
Run
Ghost?
the chat. Mute his mic, man. Mute his mic. You run the
Mute
chat.
his mic. What up, Ghost? What's up, Backwoods?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Good.
Come back, Native. Come back, Native.
He's making him a refreshment. But the thing is, right now we're entering what I like to call a bottleneck, an evolutionary bottleneck. is what society's going into right now. You know, things are going to happen this winter. It's going to get cold in a lot of places. And man, here's the thing. There's a whole lot of people that don't know how to chop wood. There's a whole lot of people that think they're just going to go outside and chop down a tree and they're going to heat their house and they're going to fucking die because they don't understand the simple fact that you got to season the wood. You got to ring the tree. You got to let it die for a season. You drop it and then you burn it. Burning green wood. That's, I mean, people, it's, man, I'm telling you, if everything keeps going on the track that it's going right now, this winter is going to be a very, very bad time for anybody north of the Mason-Dixon line that isn't prepared. I mean, it's going to get rough, and it could even be rough, even way lower than that, way further south than that. You know, it's going to be, it could be bad. And you know, and the thing is, it's not going to get better until it gets bad. So we can keep putting it off, or we can just go ahead and do it right now and just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and light the switch, let it get bad, and let's fix the problem. Because you can't fix the republic when the people are treating it like a democracy, because it's not. Right. It never was. It never will be. It was never designed to be a democracy. It was designed to be a republic. And people have forgotten that. That's the problem. The problem is that you got politicians like Liz Cheney, you know, the warmonger's daughter, Liz Cheney, you know, who literally gave a press conference after she got her fucking ass spanked. And her press conference was that I couldn't, in all good conscience, support. I could have done it this way and I could have done it that way to keep in office. Bitch, that's not your job, okay? The media missed that point. Doing what you feel is right is not your fucking job. You were elected to do what we want you to do. So for you to get on stage and say the only reason I lost is because I, in good conscience, nobody gives a fuck about your conscience. You don't have one. You're an elected public official. Your job is to serve me, not the other way around, you self-entitled fucking cunt. Yeah. That's the problem with the United States of America. That's the problem with politicians. That's the problem with this country. You know, if you want to be a politician, fine. Be a politician. Honestly, I don't think that this $200,000 a year bullshit. No. I think you should be paid a good amount of money if you're doing your job. But when you're in Congress and you fly in first class paid for by somebody else on a private jet to vote or not vote 12 times a year, and you're basically on vacation for 9 months, and then you complain, get the fuck out of here. It's all fucked up. It's wrong. Burn it the fuck down. It's broke. You can't fix it. If it's broke, you cannot fix it. It's broke. You gotta rebuild.
Burn that shit down.
Josh, what's up, man?
What? Bam.
What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? Hell yeah. Ghost. Hell yeah. Burn it down, bro. Start over.
It's broke. I mean, it's not a democracy. And that's all they want to talk about. Oh, they're a threat to democracy. Okay. We're not a fucking democracy. It's a republic. So who gives a shit if it's a threat about the democracy?
I tell you real quick, what I'm a little bit worried about is these damn gas prices with the we heat our house with K1, you know what I'm saying? It's a 275 gallon tank, man. I mean, it's gonna be a bitch this year. And plus on top of that, having wood, like it's gonna be a motherfucker, man.
Tribe, have you thought about building a solar hot water heater?
Nah, because I plan on getting the hell out of here, man. And
come on.
Where you going?
Every day.
Where you going, bro?
South.
Texas, man. We all going to Texas. We're gonna find really? Josh. Beat this shit.
Hell yeah.
You know, one of the main reasons I left Florida, one of the main reasons was the heat, simply because in the summertime without air conditioning, it's fucking unbearable, especially if you have older people in your household. And me with my parents, it was literally unbearable, you know, to be in the summer in Florida without air conditioning. And it's like, I'm like, you know what, North Carolina, I got a great growing season. I can deal with a fireplace. It's not a big deal. You know, so I was kind of I was hedging my bets, trying to get the best of everything, you know. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I would love to live in Texas just simply because of their political views, and Florida because of their political views. But climate wise, that's a tough road to hoe, man. That's a tough road to hoe.
Yeah.
Man, this is a blessing right here, man. Everybody coming to the members, hanging out.
Really?
We got Ghost
Really?
on the joint. We got
Oh.
Backwoods. We got
Hold
Native
on.
been on
Really?
fire all night, and then just Josh busts up in this joint, man. I'm overexcited, man. I don't know what to fucking do with myself.
Ghost.
Man. This
I'll
is
tell you what,
bad.
I've been feeling like shit. I've been feeling like shit all day till y'all got me up here talking.
Yeah,
Now I feel better.
I'm
Awesome,
nervous.
awesome.
I'm nervous because Hutch just disappeared. What the fuck happened to Hutch?
Yeah.
He lost his hotspot. He texted me. He lost his hotspot. I meant to say something, but the conversation was.
Damn it,
fine.
Hutch. You with the excuses.
Man, he knows his old lady come out there and snatches up by the
Dude,
snatches ass up by the ear.
I think I was hanging out with Hutch in Backwoods the other day. And Hutch is like, I gotta go. I gotta talk to my wife. So, man, you're in trouble. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're in trouble. No man says I gotta go. I gotta leave real quick. Go talk to my wife. You're in trouble.
I know that one.
Who you fucking trying to lie to?
Right?
Oh,
Ass open is coming.
I caught the tail end of all this drama last week when it got fired up real good, but I didn't reach out to anybody and try to ask what was going on. I know who the perpetrator is, and I kind of know who the victims are, but what the fuck happened? Why did it start? How did it start?
Fuck them people. I'm sorry, y'all.
And Hutch.
Get him,
and
Josh.
Josh are the victims, and no, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, I gotta give props where props are due. TT won last week on your stream, on your live. He was, to be categorized as picking on a woman or being mean or a male chauvinist or whatever. That is completely 180 degrees in the opposite direction, because he was the most respectful dude I have ever heard of, and then put himself out there. And he never, as far as I can remember on your stream, I don't think he ever dropped her name.
And never shitted on her. Never
No,
shitted on her.
People in the chat said her name. People in the chat said her name.
But he didn't. It took me a minute to figure out what was going on, but then I remembered the video.
But people started running around making videos and talking shit as if we did, because I took the live stream down. So they started lying on it, saying all this shit to people. People were getting pissed at us, fucking making videos and all this shit. And it was people that didn't even have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, TT1. I hope you're listening. I'm looking at, you are listening. You're in chat. Here's the thing, TT1. And everybody up here on this panel, except for maybe Josh, you don't know me that well.
Come on, bro. Don't do me like that. I got you. Go. All right, go ahead.
You ain't seen me go off.
I have. I have.
If I would have been in your shoes, TT1, man, I'd have been putting, oh man, it would have been ugly. Like the live streams that I put out when I went at Gray Man and when I went out that other person, I mean, I left them up for 12 hours and I pulled them down just because I didn't want to deal with the email fallout. Because I said what I had to say, it blew up and it was what it was. But man, I would have not have been as much of a gentleman as you were. And I applaud you, sir. Number one. Number two, I have always respected women my entire life, and I always will. Period. I have 4 daughters. I have 4 granddaughters and 3 grandsons. Okay. I have always respected women, and I will be the first one to tell you here on YouTube, live in front of anybody that's watching. I never once in my life thought I would raise my hands to a woman until I had a woman that was my size walk up to me and punch me square in the mouth like a man. And I dropped that bitch like a sack of potatoes, and I do not feel bad about it. I'll do it again tomorrow. If you step in life, I'm very equal. If you are as a woman, if you're going to play the I'm a female card, I can't believe you smacked me, then do not get up into a grown man's face and punch him in the fucking mouth.
Thank you.
True.
Okay.
True.
If you take it up to that level, be prepared for that level of retaliation.
I know, Ghost. I didn't know you had daughters, man.
4.
I did not know that, man. That's what I'm saying. Like stuff like this is important. We're getting.
I got 4 daughters, 4 granddaughters, and 3 grandsons.
That's what's up, man.
Both my grandsons were 11.
I'll be honest. I've met Ghost face to face. He's a big dude. He's taller than me. He's a big dude. Like
both of my grandsons were 11 pounds when they were born.
I believe it.
They're big. My granddaughter was 10, 2. I make big babies, man.
Ghost,
man.
how's school going, bro? College, all that stuff. How's it going?
It was going good till I got the damn corona. That shit put me on my ass for a couple of weeks.
I wanted to ask you about that. Real quick, man. With the parents being there, are you being like extremely careful? How are you dealing with that situation?
Well, actually, my father caught it first. He caught it. He had it for 2 weeks. He's diabetic in his 70s. It was mild symptom. It was like a bad flu, you know what I mean? But it put him on his ass for 2 weeks, and then I got sick. But I tested myself and I was negative. I'm like, well, shit. It was just the normal flu or a cold. A week goes by, I felt better. Then I started feeling like shit. But it was a different. When I woke up, I was like, oh, this is different.
What?
I went and tested myself and I was positive. So I'm on lockdown for 2 weeks. I get to feeling better. I test and I'm negative. 2 days later, boom, started feeling like shit again. I tested myself and I'm negative. So I had the flu, then I had corona, now I got a cold. So yeah, it sucked.
Like your ass. Germs whooping your ass.
Man, but the only good thing is I'm putting some
my throat's hurting now, Ghost.
Dude, I'm putting some asshole genes into this new mutation. Like this new the ghost mutation, the COVID ghost 19, that shit, y'all can whoop it. Y'all can whoop it.
I'm coming to you. I'm like siphoning your blood for like
what I did, I just stayed drunk till I felt better.
What the hell, Ghost?
Drinking out. That's what we used to do back in the days. We would drink something out like a motherfucker.
Bro,
Alcohol kills it, right? Alcohol kills it, right?
I sat here with a drink and a bottle of NyQuil, chug a fucking beer. Good. I'd stay up all night long. I'd pass out, wake up feeling great.
Okay. Hot toddy. Bro.
Hot toddy. Yes,
What's up with you? What's up with you, Josh? Where you been all night, man? Damn.
Man, bro.
Man, Josh, I needed Josh so hard. And the last one, man,
I caught a little bit of it, but I was like, look, I was in the movie theater, so I ran to the bathroom. I was like,
Gosh, man, I was all alone.
Man, you let us down.
Time out. Tribe. What is it? You're 81 minutes. Mark this time. You need to go back, and you definitely need to clip the part where Tribe said, "I needed Josh so hard."
Oh man, come on now, come on now.
Oh man, I can't get that.
Did I actually
Is that what he said?
Now,
that's what I said. Are you sure?
That better be a clip.
And then Josh jumped in with, "I know it, my brother."
I know it, man.
I was like, yeah,
feel him hard. Only Ghost would catch some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all are just fucking nasty, man.
Man.
I can't believe that y'all would come onto a live stream and talk.
Whatever.
Like
I done lost 11 members already.
And
11 people done left us.
Planning their Brokeback Mountain retreat.
Oh, no. Where's Titsy
From Floppy Doppy to this. I mean, what is the world coming to?
I swear.
Yeah, man.
All right, so Native, I was gonna do a surprise for you and do it like a gift, but I'm kind of thinking maybe you might want to do it with me, because that way you can put your own signature on it. Because I was gonna do it and try to do it like in a really cool way and just give it to you, but I didn't know if it would be like, it wouldn't be personal enough. But what I'm doing is, because I have a bamboo forest out behind me, is I'm gonna build a bamboo bow. I've been researching them big time. And they are legit freaking like massively badass. You can have a bamboo bow with like 120-pound pull. I mean, they're insane. So I was thinking, instead of me building one and trying to customize and make it cool and giving it to you, that we'll just build one together. That'd be a cool live stream, dude. We could do that live.
Yeah, man. Like my son and Devout have been bugging me. I used to take them down the Lumber River all the time. And I've been telling them, let's go down to PD. Let's just go down to PD, like just from one point to the dam, like just to Lake Blewett Falls. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it and record it.
That Lumber River ain't no joke, man.
Nah, you don't fuck with the Lumber River unless you're
that Lumber River ain't no joke. That shit will swallow you, and there won't be nothing left. It's kind of like the Deep River.
Dude, a fucking bamboo boat in the PD. Let's do it, man.
Dude, but here's the cool part. Like, I did a lot of research on this. I can build the bow, and I can build the arrows out of bamboo.
Do it, man.
Only thing we got to bring to the table is what you're going to use for an arrowhead, whether it be a screw, a nail, or chip some rock or whatever, or cast some aluminum, whatever you want to do, and the feathers.
Let's do
That's
it.
it.
I got plenty of feathers.
Dude, I'll chop down a whole shitload of bamboo. We'll bring it out to your place and light a fire and do a stream and just build bows and arrows.
Like I've been to your place twice. It's time for me to show you where I live. I'm serious.
Hell yeah.
I've been meaning to hit you up and show the community like me and you were doing shit together for a while.
That'd be cool, man. We'll build a bow and like tear some shit up.
Like, dude, when I came to your house and you introduced me and Deep out to your mom, I was like, okay, Ghost is real. Yeah. Like he's not worried about me and Deep out at all. If we pop off, he'll kill us both right now because his mom's
right there. I'm glad you said that because
that's what I thought.
In my brain, I'm like, well, we crossed the line. So
Ghost is 10th Mountain. He knows what I am.
Yeah.
It's like he's cool. Like if I pop off, he's ready to snap both our necks right now because that's his mom right there. So I was like, someone who's willing to bring me into his life that much, it's my turn. And so I really have I want to bring you over here and show you what I have. So I want to set up a rabbit hutch area because you're on that. Like you're fucking on it, dude. Like you know how to set up something for rabbits. And I'm not there yet. Like I've got my female that you gave me, man. Like she's spoiled as fuck. She really is. Man,
well, I mean, I've got those 2 cages, and honestly, I only need one. And I got like $200 in it. I'll give the damn thing to you and bring it out there. It's a 6-bay cage, and that's all you need for rabbitry. I'll bring it up there. We'll set it up, do the whole 9 yards, and get you squared away. I've been bringing a couple more rabbits because you need a buck, and you need at least one more doe.
I do,
and
man.
get that squared away.
This shit, man.
Y'all see that Backwoods has not said anything in like an hour and 15 fucking
minutes? I do, Backwoods. I've been waiting. Backwoods, you take that.
Y'all, man.
Oh, Josh, you're muted too.
Y'all motherfuckers be talking all kinds of shit, man. But no, real talk, man. Hey, it's a fucking honor to be up on here with some solid motherfucking brothers, man. I mean, like real solid motherfuckers, man. And it's a fucking honor, dude. I'm telling you, it is like truly an honor to me, man. Native, like for instance, when you asked me to do the Constitution shit, man, I was like, man, I was so fucking honored. And I put work into that shit.
You did, man. I really, I think about that with me and you and Ron, like that really meant a lot to me, because we were all trying to do the YouTube thing and figure it out, and I was a small channel, and I'll say this is what Tribe, this is what I meant to bring up earlier. Remember I told you like you came up with something and I forgot what you said. This is what it was. Tribe brought this up. Everybody in this fucking community was what we all came up going to Dangerous Freedom's fucking live streams, late night, and talking about every fucking thing. I'm talking about we talked about this the other night, man. You were right. There was so much shit going on in Dangerous's live streams every night. Racist motherfuckers, like dumbass motherfuckers, real motherfuckers, and everybody was cussing everybody out. You're going backstage, you're looking at titties. That was Dangerous Freedom. That's what he brought to the table. And Tribe's right. We all came up in that shit. Yeah. StreamYard, we all came up in that shit. And for motherfuckers to get offended by what Tribe did last Saturday, get the fuck out of here, you pussies. Like we were raised up in Dangerous Freedom's fucking shit. That's how we know Backwoods, back when he was Patriot 3%er. That's what we met.
It's because it was Tribe, man. It's because it was Tribe, and people are very jealous and hateful towards me. They hate to see somebody succeeding, man. They hate it. They just do.
I used to go on his streams and show my ass. Like
that's what his streams were, man. Like, it was real shit.
He used to piss me off, and we used to, behind the scenes, some of us used to talk you know, about him and how he used to piss us off, things he did. But I swear to God, I miss that dude and I miss his streams because it was a way to vent. You could go to his channel and just say whatever the fuck you wanted to say.
Right.
Like,
Hey,
yeah, I mean, you could legit go to blows.
Like I wanted to finish this off though, man. But because I'll go squirrel, man. I'm old and shit, man. You know, and plus I smoke weed, so I get high and shit. So Ghost, I wanted to, you know, Native, I told you, and Ghost, I want to tell you, man, like straight up, man. You know the what would Ghost do? And you asked me to come along and you know we fucking, man.
That was
dude,
fun.
Man, dude. And then you said, I emailed you or text you I text you and I was like, man, you didn't send me the scenario, and you said exactly. Said I'm really gonna put you to the test, and I was like, hell yeah, let's fucking do this. Hell yeah. And man, that shit was fucking awesome, dude. And I just want to say, I just wanted to say, just real quick, y'all. Just Josh, he pretty much ignores me and shit, man.
No, bro, I never.
I text this motherfucker. Man, I've texted him a bunch of times, man. But the only thing I will say, just Josh, like straight up,
yeah.
And I do appreciate you sending me that video.
Yeah.
You know, so I could put that in something that I was really passionate about. That short clip that I made, you know, with blowing everybody up and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that shit was passionate to me because, you know, it's like nuclear war and shit, you know.
Yep.
But Tribe, I want to tell you, man.
I didn't die. I didn't die. I'm still alive.
I'll never forget the day that you caught that you hit me up and you was like, hey man, I want to do a one-on-one with you, man, on my live stream. And me and you did a one-on-one. I don't forget, bro. I don't forget.
Man, man, Nisi gave you your name, man. Nisi gave you your name.
Backwoods, yes.
I always had your back, brother. I always had your back.
Yes,
as soon as you said you wanted to pump that channel, man, we went super hard with it. You remember?
I will always give Nisi credit, man. She was like, boom, Backwoods, and I was like, damn, I like that. Yeah.
I ain't Backwoods fed, man. I don't know what
man, fuck you, man.
I'm just
really, man, you just Native. You just gonna shit on my parade, man, and I call you out first, man.
I'm just playing, man. People know I love you.
Right? No, it's all good.
And they say all we spread is hate, man. Ain't nothing but some love up in this motherfucker. Ain't nothing but some love.
What I'm talking
My bad,
about,
John.
man. I appreciate my brother.
All you gotta do is be real. Like, you ain't gotta be like the baddest motherfucker. You ain't gotta be the best fucking prepper or soldier or whatever. All you gotta do is be real in this community, and we will love you, man. That's all any of us ask for. Just be fucking real. Stop being fake. Stop pretending to be shit you ain't. Just be who you are. If you're a brand new prepper and you just started yesterday, if you're real, we'll love you.
Right.
Yep.
You know, Native, you just hit on something, a very important topic. All the drama over the last year and a half that I've been a part of YouTube, every single person that brought drama to this community, every single person that got called out, if you do your research, they're fake. They were pretending to be something that they're not.
Wow.
Georgia's not a prepper. She popped up in our chat. She popped up on our stream. She was begging to come up on the panel. She was begging to get a shout out. You know, Gray, you got all these people. And if you do your research, you can tell they're fake. And they're the ones that are butthurt right now because they got their feelings hurt because you're fucking fake. If you would have just showed up, Georgia Peach, if you would have just showed up and said, you know, I'm new to this, I want to learn. Don't show up like you have knowledge. You know, the first time I showed up was on Tribe Stream. I have knowledge. I know I have knowledge. And I was still scared to talk. He pulled it out of me. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Whether I know what the fuck I'm doing or not, has absolutely zero impact on my output. It has zero impact on what I'm going to do tomorrow, the next day, or how I'm going to survive, or if I'm going to survive. What YouTube knows about me affects me this much.
Amen.
Yeah.
There you go, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you know what? That's why I took my step. I'm like, you know what? I need. I'm doing 5 different things, and one of them has to go. And the only one that I can get away with letting go and not hurting my outcome is YouTube for a while.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm still in your chats. I'm still paying attention to as much stuff as I can, but I wasn't putting out content. That shit's fixing to change, by the way.
Oh,
Oh shit! Are we getting an announcement? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Put him on big screen. Put him on big screen.
It's about damn time, Trug. It's about damn time.
yeah.
no, I'm just saying it's you know with all the things that are going on in the world and the wars and the end of this and that, you know, people are worried, people are scared, you know, people are upset and they got their nerves going, and they're wondering what can I do about this? What can I do about that? Nothing. What can you do about Ukraine? You can't do fucking nothing about Ukraine. You can't do nothing about the government in this country or any other country. You can't do shit about the economy. You can't do a motherfucking thing about the railroad strike or anything else. You can't do nothing about inflation. You can't do nothing about the price of food. What you can do is prepare. You can fix your own shit. You can grow your own food. You can raise your own food. You can secure your own family. You can take care of your own shit. If it's not in your circle, fuck it. It doesn't matter. You know, and I'm thinking that maybe I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna put out some videos about that, you know, and because here's the thing, and I'm not dogging about anybody in the community or, you know, anybody at all. You know, it's been months. When's the last time you guys actually saw some hardcore prepping content get put out? It's all about the end of the fucking world and we're all gonna die.
Right? That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean,
like
Canadian Prepper. I mean, he can't do a video without telling you to go to a store and buy something.
Well, if you watch Canadian Prepper, you're a basic bitch. Let me just put it that way.
Oh yeah.
damn! It's coming out of woodwork tonight.
It's all end of the world.
I'm gonna be honest. The quote
He's
JR
Walmart.
is the first one I heard say that. If you watch Canadian Prepper, you're a basic bitch.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's straight Walmart. He's a Walmart prepper. He's
man. Exactly.
Walmart.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the big channels are like that now, and that's their thing. Whatever.
Yep.
I don't care.
Dude, you want to know the last
prepper or not? Go ahead.
The funniest thing about Canadian Prepper, all right? Because I do watch some of his videos. Honestly, here lately I watch them just to get a good fucking laugh, just to see how hypocritical he was, because I remember him from years ago. I mean, you guys got to remember, just because I started my channel a year and a half ago, I've been watching this community for like 6 years, okay? He used to actually do some prepping stuff, and then he got away from it. He's pushing the store, and he's always doing videos in his warehouse showing you what he's got. Yep. And then he's got this badass Toyota truck that he's hooking up, and he's testing all this stuff out. And then Tesla. You're seeing everybody dogging on the government and the Green New Deal and this, that, and the other. This arrogant motherfucker actually had the gall to put out a video about how he went and got him a Tesla.
Yeah.
Because of the government subsidy, the money that he got for getting the Tesla. He literally, he was hating on the man and then said, "Thank you, sir," and made a video. Said, "I'm a sellout." He literally changed sides on camera and got like 700,000 views for doing it with his Tesla.
I do want to pitch in something too. One thing that bothered me about him is that when he talked as if he was in America.
Yeah.
And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't respect that. Like, man, and it's not because I think Canada is awesome, and I've met a lot of people from Canada that are really fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, look, you're Canadian, we're American. That, you know, there is a difference with the whole politics thing and the whole way shit is ran. Like, don't sit up in here and act like you're the brain for America, dude. Like that's not cool. Like, you should talk about Canada. And I would be more interested in it. Like, because I like learning about other places and shit. And I think he's a smart dude, so he could actually bring some I mean, but I think he's too nervous to ever touch on that, because I think he's probably nervous about his government coming at him.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. He went from nothing to somebody, and then there's a point. It's just like being a politician. You might start out with like good dreams and you won't be the right person, but there's a point where you got to sell your soul to get the job done.
Snakes.
He got to a point to where he was making money, and then it just blew up, and he's like, man.
Yep.
And now it's all fear porn. He has not put out a prepping video in 9 months.
He's going
It's
for that
been
million.
nothing but into the world, Ukraine with maps, the whole nine
Going for that
yards.
million. He's going for
And
that
he's-
million subs.
And his views have doubled and tripled. Like if you watch his views, that's one of the reasons why I watch his show, to see how fast he gets 50,000. Dude, he'll get 50,000 views in like an hour and a half. When before it would take him 2 days.
Yeah.
And now it's like an hour and a half, 50,000. 50,000 views, 50 times 7. Do the math. He's getting paid.
Oh, yeah, that dude's making loot.
We're not hating on Canadian. We're not hating on any of the bigger
No.
channels. We're just
Trust me.
saying we've reached a point in the world where real shit's happening. You know, we were talking backstage, man. There's American fucking prepper channels.
Oh yeah.
That they're doing shit that, and they're leaders in the community, and they're leading people wrong. They really are. Like, if you're a real prepper, you shouldn't be in a city right now. Not if you really see what's going on.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it, fellas. We're gonna make it. I promise you.
Nah, we all gonna die.
If we stay with our foundation and the way we've been doing things, man, if we stay on that path, man, we are gonna be up there, and the real motherfuckers their voices will be heard. And everybody that's been following us, we ain't gonna forget a motherfucker. Because as soon as I get up to that, all y'all's voices getting heard. I promise you. I promise you.
But I see. I think like this. This is kind of how I think, man.
Okay.
You know, some of these big prepping channels, you know, once in a while they have a good product, you know, that they're trying to sell. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's why I always say about preparing your mind, man. I mean, when you know, when you really get deep down into it, and you start thinking, man, what is preparing your mind? What is that? And it's like skills, man. I mean, like real skills. Like I ain't talking about just going down to Walmart and buying a knife, man, and now you're bushcraft survival. You know, I don't know if that's a real channel or not. I hope that I didn't call him out, because I don't know. I'm just
the channel. That sounds like a channel.
Well, it might be. I don't know.
Bushcraft survival. That sounds legit, man. Bushcraft survival. I don't agree with back then. I think you're great.
No, I'm just saying I don't know, man. I was just throwing a name type thing out there, and what I'm getting at is that learning real skills. You know, that's what I'm getting at. I mean, you don't get to just go and buy a couple of products, man, and think you're gonna fucking survive, man. It goes so much fucking deeper than that, man. It's like you really got to go and learn skills that are going to be important in shit hits the fan. You know, learn how to make soap, you know, because that shit's gonna be important, man.
That's good.
Hygiene is gonna be so fucking important, man. You can, you know, learning how medicinal plants that when you
that's not sexy, man. That people don't want to hear that. That's not
what the fuck, man.
You can barter soap though. Legit. You can slang soap. I'm just saying.
Right. Dude,
I don't even like you motherfuckers, man. Fuck you.
I'm like backwoods, man. I need some soap, man. Can we be friends? Like, please.
If you'll drop it and bend over.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
For you.
Drive after dark.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Watching.
Oh no.
You know,
No.
Y'all want to start playing that game?
Here's like a real good message I'd like to give out to the community, especially new preppers or preppers that think they're new or preppers that think they're on point or this and that and the other. Here's the thing: if there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no finish line. You know what I'm saying? If you start tomorrow and you're getting food and water and you're preparing your mind and your family and your supplies, then you are a success. Then you are a successful prepper. There is no finish line. There is no trophies being handed out. There's none of that. If you are doing what you can to take care of yourself and making sure that tomorrow is going to be just as good as today, if not better, then you've already succeeded. You know, you can build on that. But to come into the community and to try to learn and to think that you have to be at a level of Canadian prep or Bear or Alaska prep or anybody else, that's wrong. That's the wrong way to think, because you aren't them. You aren't that person. You have to be you. You prepare the best that you can in your means, period. Like right now, I don't even know how many subs I have. I haven't checked in months because I haven't been active on YouTube. But I will right now go head to head with Alaska. I'll go head to head with Canadian Prepper, Bear, anybody else in the community, anybody else that's prepper.
And I'll bet on you, brother.
I'll go ahead to head with them. And I'm not saying I got more than they got or I do it better than they got it. I'm just saying that I'm me. This is my shit. You ain't getting it. Let's do the damn thing. It is what it is.
Right, brother.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
That's right.
It is what it is. It's your mind. And you got people putting out videos of werewolf preppers. Legitimately, somebody made up a term, werewolf prepper, just to have something to fucking talk about. The werewolf prepper. Oh, you mean marauders? Oh, you mean people that just ain't got shit that are going to come for your shit, like the same motherfuckers we've been talking about for 5 fucking years. And you made up a term to sell videos with a cool screen grab of a werewolf prepper.
And some of it was trying to go at people. You know what I'm saying? Like they say they don't do drama. They do drama in slight little slick ways.
Oh yeah. I mean, drama sells. I mean, come on, man. Drama sells. Porn sells. Drama sells. We all know that. We've experienced that.
Oh my God.
There you go. That's the one you gotta watch out for. Good thing he's on my team.
I'm gonna steal your preps.
Oh, I got something for that right here.
You want to know what people got to worry about more? You want to know what people are going to have to worry about more than werewolf preppers or their neighbors when shit really gets stupid?
Right.
Like the one main thing that is really going to fuck with you more than anything else, other than the lack of communication and knowledge coming in. Because as human beings, we have to have this mental stimulation to make us focus. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's like if you don't have this input, you just can't seem to focus. Just think about this: when the grid goes down, you don't have that mental input, so you don't get to make yourself. You don't get to make yourself feel better. I'm a prepper. I'm on YouTube, so I feel good. I'm awesome.
Damn.
I'm a badass. Now, when you don't get that mental stimulation, now your mind eats at you from the inside out. But here's the crazy part: when everything shuts down, what you got to worry about coming for your food is not your neighbors and the marauders, so to speak. Yes, some of them will, but you got to worry about the rodents and the bugs and all that stuff that you can't contain with your chemicals no more. If you don't have natural ways of keeping your shit legit, at the right temperature and out of harm's way, that's going to fuck you up more than anything else. I mean, that's what killed society. That's where the Black Plague started and wiped out, 2/3 of the population. It wasn't because of that. Because everybody back then was a werewolf prepper. They were all stealing their neighbor's shit. That ain't what killed them. What killed them was them dirty fucking rats getting into their food.
Yeah,
man, you should do a video on your setup in the basement, Ghost. Like,
Do what?
You should do it. You should do another video. Like you've already done videos on this. I know you have. But you should do another one to where you show how you store all your canned goods and stuff. This dude's got like Ghost built his shelves and stuff, and he's got his Ghost is a canner. This dude fucking cans for a living. Like that's what he does. And he's got like all different types of anything you think you can. Like this dude's canning it. Like he's canning hamburger meat and taco meat and spaghetti sauce and chicken and stew and potatoes. But he's stored it and he's showing like Ghost. I don't know why you never show like your storage system with your canning. Because
I mean, I did a video when I built the shelves and first put the stuff up, but not fully stocked. But honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't do like a complete video. I didn't show it all because honestly, the fear of being doxxed, I don't really want everybody to know exactly what I got. I mean, you're the only person that's seen it and you didn't even see it all. You saw some of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like,
well, I didn't want to say anything, man. I was like, Ghost is gonna come like track me and Devout down and like snipe us out because we saw this. But I appreciate it, man. Like I've never mentioned to anybody what she showed to me, man. Like that's not my deal.
That's cool. I trust you,
like ghetto. But,
yeah.
I was just
Tribe.
like it was just like I was
What's
just
up?
like
What's up?
Like, I mean, I do like when I do my like vacuum sealing, I don't just put the shit in Mylar and throw in the oxygen absorber. That probably works, but I vacuum seal it and put in the oxygen absorber just to make sure, you know what I mean? And then I put it in 5-gallon buckets.
fucking redundancy, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
and then-
the reason I brought it up is just because I think a lot of us as mature preppers, like we've been doing this for a long time, and like me, I've only been in the cannon in the past year. We all brought that up earlier. You and other people led us in the cannon, dude. Like you should own that shit, man. But once you learn to can, you have to also learn how to store your canned goods and shit.
Yeah.
In a way so that you understand how to rotate it.
Yeah. I did a few videos on that. I'll explain it to them in the earlier part. But it's like with the canning and stuff, and I appreciate all the props you guys gave me and everybody gave me in the chat tonight about, starting the Canimals, this and that and the other. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it was fun doing it, and I enjoyed, getting the respect out of doing it. But you want to know what makes me feel better than that? Was watching Sophia and Roots and the rest of the Canimals. I'm like, y'all take it and run with it. Do you think? Just keep it going. And that I feel I get much more appreciation out of watching them do the streams than I did by doing the streams myself. Like
they're
that,
doing it, man.
I feel
They're
better
killing
about
it too,
that.
brother. They're keeping it alive. I'm not kidding. They really are.
Oh yeah, I'm usually I try to be there. I think I missed two streams she did since they started doing them. I try to pop in, but I get more like feel good out of watching those girls do it and everybody else learn with them, and they still give me props than I did from doing it myself. Because it's like when I was doing it myself, I was so involved in it, I couldn't appreciate it. But by stepping back and watching, I can appreciate my kids like being successful and doing some awesome shit. I would literally rather watch them do it than do it.
They are spreading the message. I'm not kidding. They're doing it, and they're not just doing it. They're fucking spreading the message.
It's awesome. I love it. I mean, watching them can is awesome.
Always, man.
And that's what's so messed up about it. Because way back in the beginning, when that one lady did that whole, fuck me in the ass thing and tried to steal the stream at the very beginning. I was like, all you had to do is say, I want to do a stream. I'd have been like, rock and roll. I was wanting to share it with everybody else. With Evan, 1783.
Small batch.
Yeah,
small batch.
Not,
Yeah.
Hey, straight, sweet Kentucky fucking bourbon, baby.
Go.
Only way to go. They own that shit.
Jack Daniels over here.
Cheap, sweet rum. That's all you need.
Rum.
Cheap,
Hell yeah. Jack, baby. Gentleman's Jack.
They pushing that fire water.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say this, man. Seriously. And look, I think this is like the best place to say this to the fam, the true fam that is in the building tonight. Miss Sharon, Leslie, Betty, Stuart, all y'all. Look, seriously. There's this thing that's going around with me, just Josh, right? I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's because, I kind of preach like spirituality and like God and kumbaya. And we should all get the God damn it. And we all should get along.
What the hell
and be
was
happy.
that, Josh? No. What the hell was that AI shit? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey man, for real. Look. But look, no, seriously. So like, in my time, that's the things that I talk about, right? And I guess a lot of people see that as me possibly being like the weakest link. Like I'm gonna fold and you know what I'm saying? And like I'm moving to the dark side and fuck all that. That's what I want you to understand. Fuck all that. I understand exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing. And what I want you to understand is that Tribe, Native, Hutch, Backwoods, and Ghost, they legit are the realest. Look, for me, there is the law of like the Bible and God, and there is the law of the land. You know what I'm saying? So what I want y'all to understand is that when you find a group of guys that will stand by your side, right? We're headed towards tough times, but when you find a group of guys that will stand by your side, you have to go through the fire for these guys. You know what I'm saying? You have to stand for something. Real recognizes real. And this is my team.
Yes.
So I want you guys to know that this is my team.
I appreciate you, man. I
Absolutely,
appreciate
bro.
you.
Josh. Can I just
Definitely.
say this too about Josh?
Man,
Like
we love you, bro.
Since Josh has been doing his
Yeah.
scripture videos, like his spiritual prepping videos, Josh, I watch all those, man.
What?
Sometimes I'm not kidding. It. You
You're
drop
crazy,
them when
bro.
I'm driving, and I listen to them. And I'm sorry, sometimes I don't always comment, man, but I'm listening to your stuff because I think it's important. Because you're on the same page I am, dude. I'm not kidding. When it comes to this end time stuff,
Man.
me and you are on the same page.
Y'all are more alike than anybody else in this group, and that's no bullshit. I know both of you fellas, and I know y'all well. And
Yes.
y'all two are more alike than anybody else in the people that we hang around with. Right?
Sometimes Josh will drop a video and he'll share a scripture. I'm like, Josh, I was just thinking about that. Oh my god! But I'm driving and I can't say that.
Yeah. No, you
And
good, bro.
then by the time I'm free, I forget about it, man.
All right.
Oh, Ghost, they're having a moment.
Stop.
I know, right?
Right.
Hey, check this out. Alexa, is Just Josh full of shit?
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Yes, he is.
Oh my god. If she would have said something, I would have left.
Oh, yeah, man.
I don't know, man. I think Just Josh would. I'm seriously like no bullshit. I've known this dude for a while now, and we've talked. I don't think you want to show up to that motherfucker's house. No time. So, like, you better get a pass to even come into the neighborhood, man. You better watch your ass because.
Appreciate that.
He got his shit straight, man. I'm telling you.
Did y'all hear Josh when he
the best of my abilities.
September 24th video? He's
Yeah.
like, I got all my pews around me and I was oiling shit. I was like, oh shit. Fucking someone knocks on Josh's door, they're dead because Josh ain't playing.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I want to get Josh drunk as fuck and hang out. Like not a buzz. I want to get him like drunk as fuck.
Like,
Like
he don't know me, man.
like where he's just sitting around talking because there ain't no telling what's going to come out.
Bro,
Like somebody better be there taking notes. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Like writing shit down. This is gonna be like,
Tribe, he don't know me, man. He really don't know me, Tribe.
Right. With Josh like that.
dude, he will start doing like disciple shit. He will be like putting a new chapter in like books.
Dude.
Like, you know what? Check this
plead
out.
the fifth.
Master assassin and shit. Like Josh don't play that shit.
Hey,
Tribe, they don't know me, Tribe.
I ain't say y'all two was alike for nothing, man. Trust me.
Man, I love it.
When it comes down to the come down, and I'm gonna be with y'all just because I'm a little out there, and if it comes down to the come down, I'm not gonna want to be in the house. I'm not gonna want to be foraging. I'm gonna be out that motherfucker like where they at. Let's get them, like because it's gonna be fun to me, and I'm gonna have y'all laugh. There's gonna be people blowing up, and I'm gonna be laughing and giggling, and y'all gonna be looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude, man?" Because that's just how I am. I've been in some fucked up situations, man, and I'm like the biggest joker you ever seen in your life. Like, damn, man, pick your nose up, man. Pick your nose up. You know
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be that way, man. Sometimes you gotta be the Joker, man, because you know when people get fucked up and shit, like when you're faced with the worst part of what humanity can be, like some people are like that. That's how you do it. You're the Joker in the group. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad thing, man. Like you need
No,
that.
it's not. That's actually it's a reprieve from reality.
Yep.
It's a really good break. You know what scares me the most? Like literally, like what scares me the most about not this shit we're going through, but the community, like the prepping community, like the people in our chats, people that we talk to. What scares me the most about all this stuff is that I've been to third world countries. I've seen people that don't have access to clean water, don't have access to regular food, no education, no hygiene, no infrastructure, no government, no safety, no security. No, I've been to these places. I've lived in these places. I've functioned in these places.
There's places here like that, Ghost.
Fucked up shit in these places.
There's places here like that. There's places in Washington, D.C. right now. The police don't go. They're ran by gangsters in the streets. And there is people that are really.
When I got back from from Iraq the last time, and I went back into the real world, and I was doing my security thing. When I got transferred to San Francisco, when I got off the plane at the airport, I got into this is a true story. I can't make this up on the fly. When I got into the cab at the airport, I didn't have to report to work for 24 hours. And the cab driver asked me, where I want to go. I said, I need a hotel. He goes, what hotel you want to go to? I'm like, I said, what's the roughest, most disgusting neighborhood in San Francisco? He said, the Tenderloin. I said, take me there.
Wow.
He said, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. He goes, why the fuck would you want to go to the Tenderloin? I said, I want to go to the worst place in this entire fucking town. He goes, why? I said, because I want to know what this town's about. Because if I can't make it there, I don't need to be here. I lived in the Tenderloin. I was making over $100,000 a year. I lived in the Tenderloin in a hostel for over 8 months in the Tenderloin, getting out of the cab, stepping over people with needles in their arms, passed out, shitting in the street, fucking in the street, the whole 9 yards. I mean, I've been to the worst places in America: Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, San Francisco, and I'm telling you, I promise you, just believe me when I tell you this. That is not third world conditions. Okay. That is not, because those people exist that way out of choice, right? Not out of necessity. They do it on purpose. Right. They do it. It's drug induced, and there's always there's a fork in the road, and they can always turn around and go somewhere else. But it's out of choice, not necessity. When you're born in that, when man, I'm telling you, different. Native seen some of these places. I mean, I've seen some places that would legit break your heart, put a grown man to tears. And I'm a hard dude. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have very many feelings. I don't cry a whole lot. A lot of things that fuck with other people don't fuck with me at all. I don't give a shit. Usually I laugh when other people cry, but man, I've seen some fucked up shit. And if this keeps going the way it's going, it's going to happen here. America's worst enemy is America. Yeah. America's worst enemy is we're lax. We don't think it will happen here. It's not. When it happens here, everything goes to shit. Like, yeah, but I think that Ghost, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Ghost. I just think that because you're a teacher, man, and you're a smart motherfucker, man. I mean, like, just straight up. And I think that history teaches us about all this, man. That no real true country. I mean, there's still a bunch of countries around, obviously. I mean, it's land. It's not going nowhere. But a lot of stuff, we've been going pretty strong for a long time. And people, we can argue about strong or weak at times and whatever. But we've been pretty much on the USA. It's been pretty much on the forefront for a long time. And 250 years, ain't it? That no real particular way of life has existed. You know what I'm saying? Like the USA, like the Romans. Going back through history, except for Islam. I will say that. I'll give them people credit, man. Because let me tell you something, man. Dude, how many countries has attacked them people over there, man? And they've kicked everybody's ass.
My point was, in America, like on a scale of 1 to 10, the worst people in America right now are at about a 4.5, maybe a 5. Maybe a solid 4. Some of these third world countries are at a 2.
Savage.
If you bring a 2 to America that's used to living at a 9, it's
going to be even worse because people are going to be so fucked up.
The spoiled people in this country could not. If you took 100 people from your town, just pick 100 people and took them to Iraq or the Pashtar region in Afghanistan or Pakistan and dropped them off and told them to make it for 30 days, they'd all be fucking dead. They'd literally be fucking dead.
Oh, absolutely.
So people don't realize
they would blame racism.
It's a different world that we live in. And when you're talking about when this society collapses and it goes to that, very few people here are equipped to understand and deal with that. It's like when I go camping. Last time I went camping with some friends of mine, whatever, we're going to camp for the weekend. I show up and everybody's got these Walmart tents and all this dude, I showed up with a poncho and a hammock and bungee cords. That's it. That's all I need. I need a poncho. I ain't laying on the ground because I don't fuck with snakes. So if I can get off the ground, I'm gonna get off the ground. I got a hammock, a poncho, and I'm good. You know, and I didn't, you know, I mean, I don't. Yeah. If that shit happens here, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in this community and a lot of people that are putting out videos, a lot of big channels. Big channels. They will fucking fold in a day.
Yeah.
In a day.
You know,
I can point out people. I can point your names. I can literally look at some people and say, you got about an hour and 45 minutes and you're going to pee on your left leg and you're going to ask me for help.
Man, a lot of them would do that here. You put them in a bad spot in America and they would do that. Much rather a war-torn fucking, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll be honest with you. I was shot at more in Memphis, Tennessee and Little Rock, Arkansas than I was in Iraq.
Fuck.
I actually literally was the target of a bullet fired in my direction more in Memphis, Tennessee and Little Rock, Arkansas than I was in Iraq. Dude.
Ghost. Let me ask you this, Ghost.
Little Rock ain't no joke.
Yeah, you won't catch me there.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
it.
I know back.
I've been there. I've been there in Little Rock, and I've stood on the Capitol steps, man, and against these people, man. I'm just being honest with you. I did it, man. And I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous, man. I was so fucking tired after I left there, man. That I slept like for a day, man, because. Dude, I lived in Little Rock. I lived down in what's called the hood of Little Rock. Like it was nasty. Like, man, I swear, like straight up. So off a rec road, which is off of, Geyer Springs and what's the one? It's University. Anyway, so it's off a rec road, and when it was a trailer park, man, and I moved into this trailer park, the day that I went and looked at the trailer, this is no bullshit. There was a chalk line of a body right by the dumpster, and I just, so I knew a couple of people that lived there, and I was like, man, what's this? Like, really? Like, this is for real? Or are y'all just fucking with me? And they was like, no, man, when you put that shit there, man, that's for real, man. Dude got killed last night. And I was like, what? And I was like, so anyway, I was like, anyway, dude, I talked to the manager and shit, and I was like, hell, I'll take the place. Sounds like the place I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, man, people didn't play that bullshit down there, man. You fucking came correct. And, dude, I'm going to tell you, man, that was one of the coolest places I lived. Oh, dude, it was gunfire all the time, man. Like we legit, tore a motherfucker's porch off, man, fighting and shit one night down there. Man, because dude came in there acting stupid, man. I mean, it was crazy, man. Dude, there was a fucking chalk line, man. Dude had got killed, man, and you could see a blood stain on the fucking asphalt, man.
That's that shit. Ghost.
And I moved in there.
Hell yeah. Ghost, let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this, Ghost. Seriously. So this is what I'm worried about, right? Like, I'm in Texas, DFW. And I am amazed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am amazed by the amount of firearms. It's not a bad thing. It's not, what I mean? I'm amazed by the amount of firearms that I know that are just around me. Bro, criminals, you know what I'm saying? Legit people owning, legitimate firearms, just the amount that this country has. How much of a problem, you talked about Afghanistan and third world, how much of a problem is it going to be that we have so many firearms? Look, but with people... With people who have no training, and as soon as something goes south, they're going to grab their shit and just be ready to shoot whatever.
Here's the thing about America and all the firearms that we have. Everybody loves to say there's a firearm behind every blade of grass. Okay. Nobody's ever going to invade because of all the firearms, yada, yada, yada. Every single one of those statements is based on the fact that we will all have a common enemy.
Okay.
If society breaks down, there's no good guys, there's no bad guys, there's no 911 to call, then that means every possible person in your purview is the bad guy.
Yes.
So
talk to me.
That's where all the firearms are a legit bad thing. I mean,
Yes,
so
Ghost.
I mean, if the world ended tomorrow,
Yeah.
and there was absolute complete upheaval, no rule of law whatsoever, would you rather be here in America or in Australia or the UK
Right.
where there's no guns?
Yeah.
Like your chances of survival would be better in one of those two other countries, unless you got more seeds than the next guy.
Exactly.
And your
You know,
aim is
I mean,
better.
so-
Well,
The training's better.
I mean,
And more
we're
training.
basically downrange.
Yeah.
More training. But
That's what I'm worried about.
But
I'm
see,
saying-
just Josh,
Yeah.
Josh, like straight up, just
Yeah.
Josh,
Yeah.
straight up, man. I swear to you, I was preaching about the gangs,
Yep.
the gun, a long while back, man. I preached that shit. I don't know if anybody in here remembers me talking about this, but I'm telling you, I said one thing we got to watch out for, and we should really like we should really actually kind of be trying to negotiate with these folks, man. I'm telling you, these gangs ain't no bullshit, man. These
I know.
people are not someone to play with, man. I've seen it, man. When I lived down in Little Rock, man, these people are no joke, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, we need to understand, each other and say, hey, we, like Ghost said, we are after the same common enemy. They're not just trying to hurt us, man. They're trying to hurt the gangs too. They're going to try to hurt everyone because they want power over everybody, man. The elitist, the government, you know what I'm saying? They want power over us, man. And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Say if shit falls apart, if it's WROL tomorrow,
Mhm.
here's the thing: you just crossed the line. Whether you knew it or not, you have to choose. Whether you choose, it's not about being a good guy or a bad guy. It's about being alive to tell the story.
Exactly.
So when WROL happens, everybody that walks up on you or your area is the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that is throughout history, a lot of people like to say history repeats. History has never repeated ever. All right. History rhymes. It rhymes. Okay. So throughout history, power is where you get safety. So if it's a world without the rule of law and you got idiots coming down your street acting stupid, if every night, 10 or 15 dudes are walking up and down your street, breaking shit, throwing shit, yelling shit, screaming, setting shit on fire, that shit will stop. That shit will stop when you plant 2 seeds in a couple of domes.
Gotcha.
No warning. Look, let me tell you something. Warning shots are for fucking idiots. All you did was tell me where you are. A warning shot is for a fucking idiot. You just showed me where you're at.
Hey.
There are no warning shots. Okay, that shit doesn't. That has absolutely no bearing on the conversation whatsoever. You plant 2 seeds. You plant. I'm gonna grow a beautiful fucking garden in the street in front of my house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, real quick.
And people will be like, you know what? We don't turn right down that street. We always turn left. Why? Because we get to go home if we turn left. If we turn right, we don't get to go home. Because there's some crazy motherfucker in the woods out there doing dumb shit, and we don't want to be his friend. I don't want you to be my friend. I want you to go the fuck away.
Hey, BT, did you hear that shit? Look, hey, when Pop B was doing his what was that shit scenario when he was doing the scenarios?
War Games wins.
Yeah, and I was on there with like Carbon Q, and he was like, "We're gonna talk to him. We're gonna investigate. We're gonna find out what's going on." I was like, "Nah, every motherfucker on that street is getting one in the head, and we'll deal with that shit afterwards." They were like, "We're gonna find out. We're gonna investigate." I'm like, "You go fucking investigate if you want to."
Right. They'll all be dead if I'm there. Like, right?
There's like legit right now. Like if the world collapsed into chaos tomorrow, there's like within the next few hours, there's legitimately one person that I know of that can like walk up and knock on my fucking door.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah.
But,
That's
but
it.
when I
It's
do
gonna
that,
take-
I'm gonna be calling Ghost's name from like quarter mile away.
Yeah,
Ghost, I'm
It's
coming.
like
Please,
if it's
hate it,
you
man.
know, and
Making bird
it'll
calls and
be
shit.
even though it's only like a 6-hour drive. Even though it's only like a 6-hour drive, it'll probably take Tribe around
Yeah.
12 to 24 hours if there's chaos to make it. So
Right.
there's a little bit of time frame, but like like in real world, like immediate, yeah.
Yeah, but y'all do understand. Y'all do understand. Y'all are on the East Coast. Y'all are going to get hit, bro. Y'all are going to get hit hard. You're going to need
backwoods, man. Like where we live, we're kind of in a hidden area.
Nobody gives a fuck about where we live. There's legit nothing fucking here.
Nothing.
There's
Care
nothing.
about where I live.
there. They're going to come through there.
When
Y'all
that
are
shit
good.
happens, there's
They
no,
won't.
there's no major
It's being
corridors.
used.
Like where Ghosts live and where I live, like
There's no major highways. There's no major corridor. Like there is legitimately no military strategic. There's absolutely no reason to come over here. Nothing. There's nothing here.
When the shit hits the fan, like I really am. Like that's me and Devout and Lady Road have talked about that. Like if the shit really hits the fan, we're gonna hook up with Ghost real quick because he's there, he's on the ground, he's prepared. Like Ghost skills and training, like it's stupid if we don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've already connected with each other.
Yeah.
You told me that. You told me that at least 10 times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like
The one major good thing about where I'm at, there's like a railhead. There's a major railhead, a railway, because the railway is going to be where everything gets moved when the grid goes down.
Right.
Gotcha.
There's no major highways. I mean, there's a big highway, but it's a 15-minute drive from here, much less a walk. The nearest installation that would be political or military is Fort Bragg, and that's damn near an hour from here. And here's the great part: we're in the cushion from the nuclear power plants. If they melt down,
Mm-hmm.
we're like right in the middle
cool.
of the fallout map.
Right.
Damn.
So let me ask you two guys.
Yeah.
From a military standpoint, I'm talking to you two fellas. From a military standpoint, like straight up, what would be the go-to in a shit hits the fan militarily if you were going to try to control the United States?
It's
Idaho.
impossible.
Yeah, but you can't invade the United States. It's too much territory.
Yes.
There's
Even
too
China
much
knows that.
functional
China.
territory.
Yeah.
China's massive. Russia's massive, but a majority, 80% of Russia is unlivable.
And Russia can't even take the eastern side of Ukraine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about those guys, dude. If China was smart right now, China would be invading Russia.
Shit.
China would literally invade Russia and take over everything. They would own all the minerals. They would have it all.
Damn.
They are. They got, dude. I seen an article. Putin fucking was praising China for giving the advice on what to do.
China's waging a war right now, and they're not sacrificing anybody. They're doing it politically. They're doing it economically.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. China is already taking over Russia. It just ain't been announced yet, bro.
But here's the crazy part. If you had to pick any part on the planet, if you had to pick a continent on the planet to defend, this is where you would want to be to defend it. Because the United States of America is actually 100% self-sustainable. We could shut the borders down, all borders, all flights in and out, all trade. We could shut everything completely down, put up a wall, not let anybody in, not let anybody out, and we could function at 100% within a decade.
For over
200
years. For over 200 years, we have the sustainability in this country to last 200 years right now. That's not including what's going to come about and how we can,
Yeah.
harvest, and
And this is all common knowledge, but the big guys in charge want to make that money by selling it, overseas. They want to make that money.
But they might be heading towards that way, fellas. Like the way shit's going, and the way the enemies we're making, and the shit's if they can, put that martial law on us and do all this shit to us, and then cut off the borders, and then you got a few motherfuckers heavy in charge that can.
There's a reason. There's a reason why 80% of the Canadian population lives within an hour of the border.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. I want to say it may be even over 80% of the Canadian population lives like legit within an hour of the American border. Look on the map. They all live on the border. Everything is on the American border. Canada is unsustainable. It can't sustain life. I mean, it once you go to a certain latitude, you can't grow crops. It's not feasible. You know what I mean?
Unless you're an Inuit.
Yeah.
Just remember this though. People, I've seen a lot of people go, man, that Gil Bates guy and that
backwoods. Bill Gates is doing so much good stuff for humanity.
China.
Right, but hold on. Bad mouth Bill Gates, who's trying to reduce our population to 500 million.
Oh. Hey, I got one for you. So I saw this story the other day, right?
Pissed, y'all look at it.
And they were saying how China is all the land that China's bought, like in all the different countries, Europe, Africa, all over. They're starting to open like police stations in those areas where they purchase land. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
All right, so I just pulled this shit up. It's on my cell phone right here. The Telegraph. China opens unofficial police stations in Britain. Britain.
Fuck.
To hunt down people, for their return. And it's not just Britain. It's like wherever they've purchased land, they're opening police stations. That shit is crazy.
Let's do it. Let's revolt.
Here's the thing, if people want to, when you talk about prepping, and I like the way my mind works, it's like, all right, I immediately go to end of times. If everything stops, everything just stops. We go back to 1700. Or 1600 or 1800, whatever it is, whatever you want to pick. No electricity, no fancy stuff. Where do you want to live? Well, you just go back through history at a map and you look at where people lived and actually lived beyond the age of 20 or 25 years old.
Simple.
You want to be in the temperate climate regions in the U.S. I mean, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, the Grain Belt. These areas where you can grow enough food in the summer to feed your family all winter. Not upstate New York, not Canada, not fucking Alaska, unless you're an Inuit and you got a boat and you want to go out and spear seals and hunt whales. It's doable, but it's a lot of fucking work. That's one of the reasons why I chose to come back to the Carolinas, because it's temperate. You can grow. You've got a massive growing season without the use of a greenhouse. With the use of a greenhouse, you can grow 24/7. Now, Florida, I could grow 24/7, but during the summertime, it was so fucking hot. You literally can't function, without air conditioning. And with the cost of power and gas and everything else going up, if the grid collapses, Florida's untenable. I mean, look, I'm not making this stuff up. Look back in history. Florida wasn't completely colonized until the late 1800s, early 1900s, when the Industrial Revolution happened, when there was air conditioning and they could go in and deal with the swamps and all that crazy shit. Nobody lived in Florida except for the Seminoles, and there were people in the Florida Keys, like literally they would just get on a boat to go to the Keys and then get on a boat to come back to New York. Nobody lived in Florida. It was a fucking dead man's land for a reason. Yeah. Without the industry and without machines and air conditioning and electricity, it's unlivable.
I'm looking at Mississippi for land. Mississippi.
I lived in Jackson for a long time. The only reason I would not suggest Mississippi is because the entire fucking state is a floodplain.
Gotcha.
If sea level rises, Mississippi's gone. Louisiana's gone.
Hattiesburg somewhere around there.
Ghost, where we live, it's pretty legit. It's almost like an unforgotten bastion of freedom where we live, right on the border between North and South Carolina.
There's like
It
nothing
really is.
fucking here.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Like politicians don't give a fuck what we do here. The local
Dude,
politicians,
Guys, do you, like Tribe, Backwoods, Josh, how if you were to go outside and get in your car right now, how long would it take you to get to the nearest strip club or adult bookstore?
Shit, probably an hour.
25 minutes, maybe 24,
Josh is like, I'm on it. I'm there.
24 and a half.
Like
Probably
I would
about
have
an
to,
hour.
I would legit have to go all the way to Fayetteville to get a fucking a lap dance.
Right?
Like there's nothing fucking here. We have a Walmart and it's not a big one.
Isn't there one in Somerville?
Yeah,
No, I'm just playing.
yeah, but Somerville's like 3 hours from here.
Yeah.
I grew up in Somerville.
Really?
Yeah, my family's name's on plaques in Somerville.
Ghost everywhere.
Oh,
Ghost
shit.
You want a bit of
Hey, I
history?
want to say something to the chat. I've been watching Sister Leslie and Sister Betty Daly, man. I've been watching y'all's conversations in chat, man. This is why I love what we do on YouTube. These are two solid sisters. Sister Leslie's been with us, man, since Ripper Nation for over a year.
Long time.
Yeah, I met Sister Betty on I think it was Sage's. That's how I hooked up with her. She's a prepper, and watching them like talk to each other. They're both in Tennessee. That's what this is fucking about, man. This is how you make connections with real people who are serious about getting ready for what the fuck's going down, man. And watching you two sisters talk with each other and find out that you're in the same area. Holy shit. That's what it's about. That's what the underground tribe is about, right? Like that's what's up.
I mean, think about it. I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years now, and I was here prepping, doing my thing all by myself, just me, no mag, no nothing. I meet Native. Come to find out, he's 10 minutes away.
Right?
You know how good that feels?
That's awesome.
How, like karma, kismet, whatever you believe in. Me and Ghost were meant to meet each other. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you're an atheist. We were meant to meet each other, dude, because there's some shit about to happen. And me and Ghost fuck some shit up.
It's like good. I mean, if I got to go to guns, I'll go to guns, and I'm gonna do it better than I'll do it better than anybody in this neighborhood. I promise you that. I done scoped this neighborhood out. Look, here's
I'm getting ready to call it. Though. Before we get in too deep, man. I've been going 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours.
You always doing that, man.
What? It's 2.5 hours.
I'm just playing.
I remember the day when you and me went for like 11 hours straight.
For us.
What?
Me and Tribe went 11 and a half hours straight one day.
I don't want to burn myself out though, man. We got a lot of shit to do. We got a lot of moves to make on this YouTube, man. Some real motherfuckers got to be out there putting the content. You know what I'm saying? But I salute y'all for being here with us the whole night. Appreciate everybody on the panel. If y'all got anything y'all want to say before we dip out, man.
I'll go first. I will say I am officially back. I won't say it's at 100%, but if you guys are doing streams and you want somebody on the panel, you all got my email. I'm pretty sure most of you got my number. If you don't, hit me up an email. I'll give it to you. Just shoot me a link. I'll do my best to be there with you. I'm gonna start putting some content out and get some stuff going. But it's gonna be prepper driven content, like survivalist. It's gonna be prepper driven content. I'll get in with the drama and go with anybody 24/7. I don't give a shit. We can do it, but like the content that I want to put out that I'm going to focus on is going to be helping other people. I want to help people prep. I want to share some shit and make myself feel good.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear, man.
We need your voice, man. We need it.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We stabbing out. Y'all heard it. Ghost is back. Bam. Everybody appreciate all y'all. We're going to do this very, very, very soon. I promise you. We're going to keep it going. That's a promise. We'll
appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all are amazing.
Hit me up, Native. I ain't got your number. You got to email me.
Okay, brother.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, morning.